cleaning in the
One
ashram?
toilet
Cleaning
cleaning, yeah.
toilets.
Yes.
Cleaning toilet.
Yes.
Clear? So his service was cleaning toilet and washing the patra and the cleaning the ashram. And this is what you have to do initial days. Then
Yes,
you'll
yes.
become really humble. Otherwise, if you directly take 64 rounds means you'll become more exalted than Haridas Thakur materially. Material Haridas Thakur. So don't chant. It's not good actually. That six. See, first of all, whether we chant 1 round or 16 rounds, 64 rounds are useless. All offensive chanting.
Hmm.
No focus, no love, nothing. Right?
Yes,
Right?
it's only to reach that minimum rounds. I just
Yeah.
realized it today. I mean, it was
Yes.
not
So
actually connecting with Krishna. It was just okay. I have to reach this so much rounds, and we're just going after it.
if you personally ask me, I will say don't chant, just go and watch the patras. But Prabhupada says 16 rounds, so it's 16 rounds. Okay. Otherwise,
Okay.
I don't know about your chanting, about my chanting. I have no love, no devotion, nothing. I'm just rolling the beads every day only. Only the beads are getting actually, like worn out. Otherwise, there is no use of my chanting.
Yes.
So that's why I mean anyone. So don't go in that direction of don't
Hmm.
64 rounds and all. Don't do this 16 rounds, but you hear more, read more philosophy, and then do more services. If you have some technical skills like editing videos or photos or
Hmm.
marketing or whatever skills you have, we have a nice
Hmm.
young bhaktas here.
Hmm.
Young bhaktas here. So through them you can dash some service. You can do that.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay.
Hmm. Good. So how long you are chanting 16 rounds?
Prabhu, it almost takes 2.5 hours.
No, not
In the
hours. I
sense.
mean, how
Okay.
many months or years you are chanting?
Okay,
16
like that.
rounds?
I
Hmm.
started last. I mean, 16 rounds. I only started from December.
Okay.
Yes.
Good, good. Okay. So this is actually Bhaktivinoda Thakur. No, I think Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, is it? Who is this? Bhakti Siddhanta, right? Dushta Manatumi Kishore Vaisham. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Sorry, Bhakti Siddhanta, is it? Who is author?
Yes, Prabhu. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati
Bhakti
Thakur.
Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Oh, wicked
Dushtaman.
mind. What kind of Vaishnava do you think you are? Your pretentious show of chanting Lord Hari's holy name in a solitary place is only for the sake of attaining the false prestige and worldly reputation. It is nothing but a pure hypocrisy. See? Thakur is talking about me. So you should not do that. Anyway,
I
it's
think
good,
he speaks
so I
for.
have.
I think in that verse he speaks for all the devotees, not
Yeah,
to offend
because
anyone.
this is dangerous, because when you are doing this, because initial stage of bhakti, you are in the Urchahamayi platform. You become over
Hmm.
enthusiastic, then over enthusiastic. When the enthusiasm is too much, then you start finding fault with others. Then
Yes.
you think that others are only chanting 16 rounds, I'm chanting 64 rounds. Then,
Hmm.
then that will become, then you will fall down. Then the
Yes.
matahati,
I
it's
mean,
very
I've
dangerous.
tried to. I mean, I've consciously tried to make sure that not to discriminate between like devotees and non-devotees. Uh, because obviously everyone has their own journeys. So,
No,
but
you
that
must
thing I've
discriminate.
made.
Why you don't discriminate? You must discriminate.
No, in the
Devotees
sense
and
like
non-devotees.
yeah, of course. But I do not want to have that, a sense of ego. Okay, just because I'm
No, no,
chanting,
you
I'm closer to
see,
God. Okay.
no, that will come by gradually. Initial stage, if you do it, is artificial. You
Hmm.
see, like that is first class devotional service. In the first class
Hmm.
devotional service, they don't discriminate. Vidya, Vinaya,
Hmm.
Sammane, Brahmane, Havihastine, right? You know the sloka?
No, I'm not aware. I'm not aware.
Can someone show that verse? Just want to finish this. I don't like to talk while chanting. I'll finish this round. I don't like to do two things at a time.
Of course, Prabhu.
Someone show this. Someone show this.
Bro, what is the number?
Just search Vidya Vinay Sambandhe.
Yes, Prabhu.
I think it's 5th chapter. If I'm not wrong.
518.
Hare Krishna,
Yeah,
Kartik Prabhu,
5.
please accept nominal obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, bro. Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Kartik
No
Prabhu.
exam? No exam tomorrow?
No, exam is there, Prabhu, but I was just curious to join and see what your
Okay.
discussion about.
Okay. Because I saw all devotees went Kumbh Mela, no? I didn't chant me around in the morning. I was dressing the deities. So that's why I'm chanting. Yes. Read this one. Venu Prabhu, read this translation.
Yes. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. In the brackets, outcast.
This is a first class devotional service that is virtue of true knowledge. Taking shelter of true knowledge, then you see equal. Otherwise, you must discriminate. If you
Okay.
don't discriminate, then how do you know whom to associate, whom not to associate? Whom
Yes,
to give
yes.
association, whom to take association? And who is envious, who is friendly to the devotees? How do you know? Of course, we should not find fault, but you should give up the judging propensity. You should give up the judging propensity. Like, he is rascal, he is bad. Not like that. Oh, he's bad, I should stay away. That's it. Understand? He's bad, I should
Yes,
stay
yes.
away. Not that, why is he
Yes.
bad? He's rascal number one, So should not that. Clear? So this discrimination is important for second class platform. The second class devotional service discriminate. Oh, he's bhakta, he's a bhakta, he's actually devotee, he's a demon. Then you should discriminate. Clear? So
But Prabhu, there's one more query. Like I'm able to discriminate with respect to the foods I eat, right? Like I've tried to make sure that okay, I eat only sattvic food without onion and garlic. But at times, like I've not taken Diksha or anything. But there are certain instances where I'm with the family and then they just say, oh, just don't create a scene. You eat whatever's at the table. But yeah, fortunately, my grandfather's a Varkari. So he maintains the rule of not eating onion and garlic. So he has my back. But in the sense like so, in that case, what should I tell them?
what is it? Come again?
So
In what
I'm able
case?
to
Onion garlic?
in case that at the table at the family table when I'm going outside to my cousin's place or anything. There, if I convince them, okay, what onion and garlic is not right food to eat when you're on the path of spiritual or bhakti towards the bhakti path, but they won't understand it. So they say don't create a scene. Like I try to understand their point of view
If
as
you
well,
are
but
if you are sharing a table with the Chinese, if he's eating a snake, will you eat that?
no, obviously no.
Oh, what is this? You should be equal, right? Why? If you want to satisfy your cousins to eat onion garlic, you should satisfy the Chinese, right? Eat some
No, I
snakes and
understand. Yeah,
Filipinos means he can eat some dogs with them. Huh?
no.
They love
But
to
I
eat dogs and cats.
I
Cats
maintain a
also.
steady position of not eating anything. So that's good there.
That's
But
why.
yeah,
No,
it's
what I'm
there.
trying to say is
Yeah.
that, or what we are trying to say is that our principle is our principle. We don't need to worry about what is on the table,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
We have discrimination power. Otherwise, we are animals. If we don't discriminate, whatever is table we eat just to please others, we are not human beings, right? We have
Yes,
discrimination
exactly.
power. Oh, this is Sattvagun, this is Tamogun, this is Rajogun, I should associate with this, I should not associate with that. right?
Hmm.
So, of course, you cannot stop people's mouth. Whatever you do, they are going to judge you some way,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Even if you're doing
Yeah.
good, also they are going to judge you, right?
Hmm. The
We eat
judging is
onion
even more
garlic.
when you're doing good.
Yeah, if you eat onion garlic, they will say he's putting tilak and he's eating onion garlic. What kind of Vaishnava is? They'll say like that. It's just acting Vaishnava.
Yeah.
In the house, he's not eating onion garlic, but here he's eating onion garlic. I think he's looking for opportunity. Huh? They will think like that.
Hmm.
So that's why don't try to please anybody.
Hmm.
We are here to please only the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the spiritual master.
Hmm.
Of course, the Vaishnavas, right? Only Krishna, Guru, and Vaishnavas. We are here to
Hmm.
satisfy only them.
Hmm.
So, whatever the principles that you have to follow, you have to be very strict.
Hmm.
And you just tell them, I cannot eat this. In fact, what about onion garlic? In fact, I eat only prasadam. If it is not prasadam, I
Hmm.
cannot eat it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I cannot eat
Hmm.
it. If it's not a prasadam, I cannot eat. And that is what fixed up devotional service, right? You're discussing, right? Group discussion,
Hmm. Yeah.
unflinching, right? Group fixed up devotional service. So of course it takes time. You cannot do in 1 day or 2 day. But this is a
Hmm.
standard. How fast you come to the standard, that you can take your own time. But the
Hmm.
standard is standard. Maybe you need
Hmm.
some more time to come to the standard. That's your choice. Yeah, if you want some 1, 2 months
Hmm.
or 3 months, 6 months to come to the platform, that's your choice. We have no problem.
Hmm.
But this is the standard. Standard
Okay.
cannot be compromised. Theory should be proper. Practical,
Hmm.
yeah, you take some time. We have no problem.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Understand? Okay, good. Good to hear you. Which part of Bangalore you are from?
I'm from Vijaynagar.
Oh, Vijayanagar. Oh, Siddharth.
Vijaynagar.
Yeah, yeah. Siddharth, Prabhu,
Yeah,
where are you?
Prabhu.
Which part? Which part of
Prabhu, I'm
Bangalore?
in the east part of Bangalore, Banaswadi.
Oh, you
Wonderful.
are
Yes.
far, huh?
Yes.
No, Prabhu, we
Yeah.
can still meet. My father's office is near his house only. I spoke to him.
Okay, okay. So you guide him.
Yes, Prabhu.
You guide him and show all the materials about the Ritwik system and then ISKM. You show all the materials to him.
Yes, Prabhu.
You show all the videos. He can watch all this.
Yes, Prabhu.
So welcome to ISKM, Venu Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank
Haribo
you,
all.
Prabhu. Thank you
Welcome.
so much.
Haribo.
Thank you.
Haribo.
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 25 years old, Prabhu.
So
25 years. Now, very good. Yes, Manu Prabhu. Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. When I was in the Sunday feast, I was preaching to one guy, and I didn't give a bug on Bhagavad Gita, but one of our Matajis, she had him buy a Bhagavad Gita. So I was
Mm.
thinking, did I just I didn't get any credit for that? You know, like it kind of like basketball. There's like you missed a shot, but someone does like a layup for you.
Credit for what? Credit for?
No, like I guess maybe for I guess advancing myself or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get some fame. I'm trying to get at least fixed up.
Oh, you want some credit for getting fixed up on devotional service or advancing in
Oh,
spiritual service, is it?
yeah, in spiritual service. So like one of the ways is like preaching, but like I'm
Okay.
thinking maybe my preaching doesn't count because someone you know gave a book to the person. I was only speaking.
Okay. So what actually when the bhakti grows, the weeds also grows along with it, no?
Mm.
Mm. After all, your servants. And what actually, I think Shrikant Prabhu posted something for this topic. Someone said in the last session that one should drink tonic in advance to protect from diseases. Okay. Okay. So Dharani Prabhu. In teaching Lord Chaitanya, Krishna has taken 6 types of incarnation. That's all come under Vishuddhatva. And Krishna takes all Vishuddhatva incarnation through Antaranga Shakti. And Krishna also expands as Jiva Tattva as marginal potency, Prabhu. Krishna takes 6 types of incarnations. What are the 6 types? You mean the Leela avatar, Manvantra avatar? Talking about that? Leela avatar, Manvantra avatar. Yeah, of course, all comes under Vishnu Tattva. You see, everything is, all the incarnations are coming from Shirodaka Sai Vishnu. Yeah, Purusha avatar, Leela avatar, Guna avatar, Manvantra avatar, Yuga avatar, Shakti Ayush avatar. All these avatars are coming from Shirodaka Sai Vishnu. So they are all expansions of Vishnu actually, They are all Vishnu Tattvas. Yeah, but sometimes the Shakti Avesh avatar is Jiva Tattva and is empowered by the Lord. Manvantra also, Manu also a Jiva but empowered by the Lord. But actually, they are all empowered. Most of them are Vishnu Tattvas and some of them are Jiva Tattvas. And of course, all of them coming from Antaranga Shakti, yeah, because Antaranga Shakti means the energy that takes you closer to Krishna. Bahiranga Shakti means that it takes you away from Krishna. So since all these Leela avatars, all these 6 types of incarnation takes you closer to Krishna, they are all actually Antaranga Shakti. So Krishna says, right, chapter 4, verse number 6. Chapter 4, verse number 6, what sloka? What is 4, 6 sloka? Chapter 4, verse 6, what sloka?
अजोऽपि सन् अव्ययात्मा भूतानम् ईश्वरोऽपि सन्
Ajopi Sam.
अजोऽपि सन् अव्ययात्मा भूतानाम् ईश्वरोऽपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वम् अधिष्ठाय संविधाम्य अस्मिन्
Still remembers. Ananda Krishna Prabhu still remember the sloka.
Very well.
Very well. Correct. No, bro, I'm not eating. Maybe I'll take one puri later. Only one. Later. I'll take. Not hungry. See here, Krishna says, I still appear in every millennium, but you see the word is Atma Maya. You see the word Atma Maya. Atma Maya means by my internal potency. Internal potency means Antaranga Shakti, right? All these incarnations are actually is Antaranga Shakti of the Lord. And Krishna also expands Jiva Tattva as marginal potency. Yeah, Jiva Tattva. Yeah, see, Jiva Tattva is also its expansion. That is a marginal potency. Why marginal potency? There is no such thing called marginal potency. Because why is it marginal potency? Sometime is here, sometime is there. Just like there is no internal potency, the external potency is there. Is there any marginal energy? There is no marginal energy. Sometime internal, sometime external. We are confused. That is the thing. You understood this, Dhrani Prabhu? So there is one more question in between. We missed it. I think from Nirjhar Neel. Prabhu, can you explain about the importance of devotee association and why we should avoid association with non-devotees? Before that, can you introduce yourself? Are you there, first of all? Looks like, is there?
Yes,
Is there?
yes, Prabhu,
Yes,
yes, I'm there.
Yes, please introduce yourself, please.
Prabhu, my name is Nirjal Maiti. I'm 19 years old. I'm originally from West Bengal, but I stay in Visakhapatnam. And
Oh.
currently I'm studying in a college.
What are you studying?
Yeah. So I'm doing
What
engineering.
is
I'm second year.
studying in Visakhapatnam?
No, live in Visakhapatnam, but I'm studying in Bhubaneswar.
Oh, okay. You're just covering all the East Coast, Kolkata, and then Visakhapatnam, Bhubaneswar. Just come further down, you can come Pondicherry. More down you come, you can reach Pondicherry.
Means Prabhu, West Bengal is actually my home, and my father works in Visakhapatnam, so I'm staying there. And for education, I'm in here in Bhubaneswar.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Very good, very good. So, like how long you are in Krishna consciousness?
Actually, I think yeah, from 12th class maybe. From 12th class, I started reading the Bhagavad Gita, but I started chanting from first year.
Hmm.
Means from 2023, I started chanting.
Hmm. Good. Okay. So how many rounds you're chanting now?
I chant 4 rounds.
How do you know about ice cream?
Ice cream means some maybe from 2023 summer. I think I saw the video of Nivanita Prabhu of Ritvik system as it is. So yeah, that
Hmm.
video actually convinced me about the Ritvik system. But before that, I was following ISKCON.
Okay. So now you
Yes.
know what is ISKCON and what is ice cream. Do you know the difference?
Yeah, I know the difference.
Okay. Good. Okay. So your question is why devotee association,
Yes, sir.
and why should we avoid the association of non-devotees?
Sir, I asked this, means Prabhu, I asked this question particularly because in my university, like there are many many of my friends, they do all sort of intoxication and many things. So in relation to that, I asked this question.
See, the verse is there. Urdhvam gachanti sadvasta madhye tishtanti rajasa taganna gunavrittischa adho gachanti tamasa. So it's actually Bhagavad Gita 14:18. See, go to 14:18 Bhagavad Gita. Read this. Read this.
Yes, sir.
Nil Prabhu.
Yes, sir. Those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets. Those in the mode of passion live on the earthly planets, and those in the abominable mode of ignorance go down to the hellish worlds.
So if you are associating with mode of goodness, then you upgrading. And if you are associating with mode of ignorance, you are downgrading. And if you are in mode of passion, then you stays here. So, but the devotees are always in mode of goodness, and they are associated with, in fact, pure goodness. So by associating with the devotees, then you are advancing in this material world. From your platform. But in associating with mode of passion and ignorant people, then actually, you're going down. That's why just now Dharani Prabhu said the human being is actually marginal potency. Marginal potency means sometimes you think you are spiritual, sometimes you think you are material. So when you think you are material, then you start enjoying your senses. The sense enjoyment will lead only to misery. But when you think you are actually a servant of Krishna, when you understand that is a real identity, then you're always Jnatva Mam Shanti Ruchati. Bhoktaram Eketapasam 1529, 529. Bhoktaram Eketapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhritam Sarvabhutanam Jnatva Mam Shanti Ruchati. So when you understand that, see, when you understand that translation, a person full of knowledge of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifice and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material world. You see that? So if you want to go above from this material world, then you have to understand that Krishna is the only enjoyer, Krishna is the only creator, Krishna is the only worshipable Lord, Krishna is the Lord of all the planets and demigods. To come to this conclusion, you must associate with Sat Sangha. There are two kinds of Sangha. One is Sat Sangha, one is Asat Sangha. Sat Sangha means that Sangha that keeps you in eternal platform. Asat Sangha means that Sangha that keeps you from material platform. So when you are associating with a mode of passion and mode of ignorance, and then you develop that quality, Sattvam Rajas Tamayiti, when this Sattva Raja Tama Guna, when you associate that also, give its conscious to you, then you are becoming downgraded. That's why the non-devotee association is contaminating. Devotee association is purifying. So I should talk to the devotees, right? Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse number 9. 10, 9, 10, 9. Machita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayandascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Read this. Read.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me.
So if you want to get bliss, if you want to get great satisfaction, right? In the world, everybody is trying for tushta. Tushta means, they want to be satisfied, but they are not getting satisfaction. They want to be ramanti. They want to be happy. They are not able to be happy. You want to be happy, and if you want to be satisfied, only way is actually associate with the devotees. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Hoya, Lava Madre, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoya. By actually associating with this much time with the devotees, you get actually great happiness. Like yesterday, I went to a devotee's house, and then after I just went and spoke about 30 minutes. I just casually I went. I said, Prabhu, actually I was very much confused before you come. Now I'm cleared. No, I thank you so much for coming. See, I didn't talk anything. I was just talking just like this only. I was just casually talking with them. But he said that I was very distressed and stressful in the evening. I was having a lot of questions with me. But after you come, my doubts are gone. I'm clear now. Again, he came today and then he was talking about 1 hour with me. Why? I mean, of course, I'm not a devotee, but still, something is better than nothing, right? So they, so like, he feel better. That's why the devotee association, when you talk to the devotees, you feel actually, come out of your contamination, and then you come out of your, like passion and ignorance, right? That is why you should associate with the devotees again and again, right? So you can go to Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto. That was Mahatpada Rajobhishekam. That was 5th canto. You know the verse?
Can you say the Sanskrit again?
Yeah, we start with Bhagavanath. Start like that. Chaitanya Charitamrita, sorry, Srimad Bhagavatam 5. 5, 12, 14. Sorry. It's explained by uh, Jadabharat.
Hmm. I'm just reading this chapter also.
5, 12, 12. 5, 12. Wait, which was it? 5, 12, 5, 12, 12. Sorry. Yeah. 12. Oh, Rahu Ganaitat. Ganaitat. Okay. Read this one. Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jai Prabhupada.
Prabhu, Mary,
Yes, Prabhu.
my
Yeah.
my teacher, my dear King Rahugana, unless one has the opportunity to smear his entire body with dust of the lotus feet of great devotees, one cannot realize the absolute truth. One cannot realize the absolute truth simply by observing celibacy, brahmacharya, strictly following the rules and regulations of householder life, leaving the home as vanaprastha, accepting sannyasa, or undergoing severe penances in winter by keeping oneself submerged in water and surrounding oneself in summer by fire and the scorching heat of the sun. There are many other processes to understand the absolute truth, but the absolute truth is only revealed to one who has attained the mercy of great devotees.
Unless you get the mercy of the devotees, you cannot realize Krishna. The tapasya, brahmacharya, sannyasa, vanaprastha, and then all these things that doesn't help. The only way is Manu Prabhu, can you mute yourself? I think the noise is from somebody. Yeah, thank you very much. Unless it is not possible. Unless you cannot get the mercy of, unless you get the mercy of the devotees, the sadhus, and you cannot actually realize the absolute truth, Krishna. Yeah, that's why the sadhus, whenever you go to the devotees, they always speak about Krishna. And as we know before, and there is Samanta, and then Abhideya and Prayojana. Samanta means a connection with Krishna. So with the devotees, when you talk to the devotees, see, like you come to the Sangha and you are here for the past 2 hours, and then everybody is say Krishna, 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 and then your remembrance about Krishna is actually getting reconnected, because the whole idea is actually Cheto Darbana Marjam. Cheto Darbana Chetaha. Chetaha means a consciousness, and Darpan Marjanam. Darpan means like a mirror. Marjana means cleaning. So you have to clean the mirror of your consciousness, right? You have to clean it. You have to purify it. So when you purify, right, um, then you can know really who you are. The sambandha, the connection with Krishna, that I am the servant of Krishna, is established. Because you see, like this entire world is compared to the reverse banyan tree, right? You can show that chapter 15, verse number 1 from Bhagavad Gita. 15:1. Read this.
It is the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas.
So there is a tree in this material world. In other words, the material world is compared to a banyan tree, which is having a branch on the root on the top and then the leaves in the bottom. It means it's a reflection. It is not reality. This is actually a reflection of the original tree. The original tree is in the spiritual world. The material world is reflected. In other words, whatever you see here, these are all false. Prabhupada say there are two kind of dream. One is daydream, one is night dream. And both are dreams. Daytime we dream that this is my husband, this is my wife, this is my father, this is my job, this is my property. You dream like that. Nighttime you dream, like tigers and lions. They're coming in your dream. But both are actually dreams. They have no factual meaning. So when you're associating with non-devotees, and your hopes on this dream is increasing, but associating with the devotees, then the reality is awakened to understand that these are all just not true, and then only the truth is Krishna. That's why you should associate with the devotees. More and more associate with devotees, you are liberated. More and more associated with karmis or non-devotees, you are getting contaminated. Why? Yeah. Who are they? Okay, ask them to come. I see my name. Okay, come. Prabhu, on these lights. It's like somebody looking for me. Identified who is there. So you understand that, Neil Sharnil Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So the more and more you associate with the devotees, you are getting purified. When you associate with non-devotees, and then you are getting contaminated. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's supreme instruction is what? Asatsanga tyagi ye Vaishnavachar. He's saying that. You can show the verse. Asatsanga tyagi ye Vaishnavachar. Vaishnava means you must give up non-devotee association. That is Vaishnava. Madhya 2287. Read this.
A Vaishnava should always avoid the association of ordinary people. Common people are very much materially attached, especially to women. Vaishnavas should also avoid the company of those who are not devotees of Lord Krishna.
So, anyone who is a not devotee of the Lord, you must strictly give up the association. That is actually Hare Krishna. Hey, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Jai Prabhupada. How are you? Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. How are you? Oh, it's okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Oh, Radhe
Hare
Shyam.
Krishna.
This is Madhur Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Sit down, sit
He's done his master's in architecture from South Africa.
Okay.
I believe one of the best universities. And he was part of the TOVP
Oh, okay.
in Sri Mayapur.
Yeah.
And
1 minute. Luvish Prabhu, you are there?
Yes, Prabhu, I'm here.
Yeah. Can we just carry on? I will join after some time. Huh?
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
I've got some guests here. So
Sure,
anybody
Prabhu.
has any doubts, you answer on my behalf. Okay?
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
So, where were we, Prabhu? Who was asking the question? Who was asking the question?
Did we read the verse fully?
Yes, Prabhu. I read it.
Okay.
Prabhu, one more question I had that Prahlad Prabhu just said that we should avoid the
Move on to the next
we should avoid the
question. Are you
association of
clear on this question?
what?
Are you clear on this question before you move on to the next?
The question which I'm about to ask now is related to that question actually.
What was the original question?
The original question was that why we should associate with devotees and also we should avoid also avoid the association of non-devotees. That was the original question.
Yeah. So that one is cleared now, right?
Yeah. But
Okay.
So the second question is that now that I'm studying in a university, so I live in a hostel, and in my hostel, my roommate is a non-devotee, and all the boys near me, they're all non-devotees. So 24 hours I stay in that association. So how will I be able to get the association of devotees?
So,
Oh,
you don't have any choice, right?
Yeah, I don't have a choice. Means I am associating with devotees to everyday japa session in the morning, but also parallelly at the same time I get their association also.
So, you are serious about Krishna consciousness, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Then start wearing tilak, Prabhu. Because when you wear tilak, you're protected from all inauspiciousness, especially when you're in very close proximity with people and you have no choice, So just to protect yourself
Yeah.
from material contamination, make sure you keep chanting all your rounds and you wear Vaishnav tilak, please, every day.
Yes, bro.
Because what is that verse? Tilakana thake adi viprera kapaleshe kapala shmashana sadrisha vede bale. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saying in the Chaitanya Bhagavat that anyone who doesn't wear tilak, his forehead is as good as a crematorium. So, and the glories of tilak also is very interesting, because when you apply Vaishnav tilak, you are actually protected from a lot of inauspiciousness. You are protected from a lot of ghosts. You're protected from material contamination. You're protected from so many things. So many nonsense that you're protected from. And while you're wearing tilak, you're also giving others the opportunity to remember Krishna, subtly within their own minds. So please wear tilak, keep chanting your rounds, and you will be automatically protected by material contamination. Because Prabhupada also used to say that anyone who is chanting 16 rounds, no power in the three worlds can bring him down. You cannot get material contamination like that. So just keep being serious then everything will be just fine. Swami Prabhu sharing a verse.
Yeah, this is Jada Bharat, how he dealt
Yes,
with.
Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhu.
Please read this verse, Prabhu.
Prabhu, finish this. I'll ask after this.
Yes, Prabhu. Here Jada Bharat gave example how he dealt with such situations.
So, Nirjanil Prabhu, can you please read this verse?
Yes, Prabhu, yes, Prabhu. Due to his being especially gifted with the Lord's mercy, Bharat Maharaj could remember the incidents of his past life. Although he received the body of a Brahmana, he was still very much afraid of his relatives and friends who were not devotees. He was always very cautious of such association because he feared that he would again fall down. Consequently, he maintained himself before the public eye as a madman, dull, blind, and deaf, so that others would not try to talk to him. In this way, he saved himself from bad association. Within, he was always thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord and chanting the Lord's glories, which save one from the bondage of fruitive action. In this way, he saved himself from the onslaught of non-devotee associates.
So here you can see, this is actually a very interesting realization that I just had. So if you see in this verse, he manifested himself before the public eye as a madman, dull, blind, and deaf. But actually, this was, you can say, you can also think about it this way. You can be dull-headed in the sense that you should pretend that you don't understand what they're doing, and you should be blind to what they're doing. You should be deaf. Don't try to hear what they're saying also.
Yes, Prabhu.
There's also another way of looking at this. Then that way you remain dull, blind, and deaf. Then the senses. What happens? The senses become retracted like a tortoise. It comes back in the shell.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, you do that. You try to do that mentally, then everything is okay. Material contamination cannot touch you. Does that answer your question, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Very well. Any other
Luis,
questions?
Prabhu, I have a doubt.
Oh, yes, Prabhu. Please share.
When I watched a few videos back in the day, like around 3 years ago, it was told in certain ISKCON videos that you have to apply tilak. If you can't apply tilak the way it's supposed to be done, right, the thick one to the paste, you can apply water tilak. So what do you mean by water tilak?
So when basically water tilak means when you're trying to, put the thing, and sometimes people even run out of Gopi Chandan. So they only have a little bit to mix with the water so basically it's 90% water, 10% Gopi Chandan. So you can just put that on the forehead. That also is okay. So
Okay, it's very faint.
Sorry?
It is very faint.
Yeah, it's very faint basically. It's like you can't see it so much. So sometimes also people, they have to go to the office, for example, and sometimes their bosses don't allow it. So we advise them to keep the little bit you mix Gopi Chandan and then you put on the forehead. So even if it's not seen, it's okay. It has the same effects. Krishna.
Okay, it's as good as a normal tilak.
Yes, Prabhu, it has got it.
Yes, Prabhu. And that keeps the habit also, that even if you sometimes cannot, but at least you won't forget applying it because you will anyways have to apply it with the water.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Hari bol.
Hari bol. Any other questions everyone has?
Hare Krishna, I posted a question in the chat, speaking about enemies from the past life and in karmic life. But is this also applied in devotee association? I mean, sangha, in the sangha. Because is it possible that you can meet your enemy also in devotee association?
Everything, I would say everything is possible, but those devotees are not under karma anymore. So it's if Krishna arranges such thing, then it's possible. Of course, Krishna can arrange, but we cannot say it's under karma because they're out of karma.
Yeah, Swami Prabhu is correct actually, but you can also think of it in this way. Let's say, for example, that I'm born in a family where I'm actually big enemies with my sibling, for example. Let's say, let's say I have a brother, younger brother, and we are both absolutely despise each other, because of something. Now, obviously, you're not born, with siblings like that you hate or something, just for no reason. There's always a reason that you're born with certain type of people in your family. So, because relationships in this material world is like a karmic contract of sorts. So you just have to kind of go with the flow and try to tolerate all these relationships, whatever you can do. But let's say at some point I come into devotee association, I become a devotee myself, right? And my brother also, although he despises me, at least he also likes Krishna consciousness. So he also comes on the path, and we both enter devotee association together, you know. So in that way also you can see that, your own enemy has come together with you in Krishna consciousness, and now you both actually like each other. Now it's not like, you despise each other or hate each other, because you're both interested now in Krishna consciousness. So in that way you can see that enemies can also come together in Krishna consciousness. It's not like, it's not possible. But the thing to understand is, from a past, I don't know if this enemy is from a past life, literally, but let's say that you did something bad to someone in a past life, right? So that same someone may not be born with you, but you will born in a similar situation with another soul, who will treat you the same way you treated others, just to give you a taste of your own medicine. So it may not be exactly the same soul that you despised in a past life, but you may get another soul who you didn't despise, who might actually despise you. So, but either way, it's possible that they can come to Krishna consciousness also if they are receptive. And I think it's happened many times also. Not so many siblings, they come together in Krishna consciousness. Before they hated each other, now they like each other. That's it.
Now I have a question. Would you say that the history that happened in ISKCON, would that be possible that happened?
Well, I can't speak much for that. The only thing I can say about that is that there are certain demons who are born in the family of Brahmanas. And even if they are just born in families of demons, Kali sometimes plants these people within the movement just to create some disruption. So that's also possible. Kali can definitely, according to Prabhupada, Kali can literally plant his chelas, personal chela incarnations into these movements, and then cause some kind of trouble. So it goes both ways, demons that are born in the family of Brahmanas, and also demons born in the family of demons also, but specifically to cause disruption to the movement. It works both ways. Prabhupada has said both.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it. And I found one verse that we can refer to that for that last question about association with the non-karmis. 2:9:24. It's prayed by Lord Brahma in third canto. I mean, not 3:9:24, not 2:9. 3:9:24.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, 3:9:24.
Can you read, Prabhu?
Yeah, I'll read. Translation. The Lord's potencies are innumerable. As he lies down in the water of demonstration, I am born as the total universal energy from the navel lake in which the lotus sprout. I am now engaged in manifesting diverse energies in the form of cosmic manifestation. Therefore, I pray in this course of many material activities, I may not be deviated from the vibration of the Vedic hymn. So, purport, it says here, can we just go in the purport? Okay, yeah. Everyone is engaged in transcendental loving service of the Lord. Wait, let me just read. Oh, yeah. In the material creation, Brahma has to create all kinds of living entities with bodies suitable to their material conditions. Brahma wants to be protected by the Lord because he has to contact many, many vicious living entities. An ordinary Brahmana may fall from the Brahma Tejas or the power of Brahminical excellence due to his association with many fallen conditioned souls. Brahma, the supreme Brahmana, is afraid of such fall down, and therefore he. Can you scroll down? Therefore he prays to the Lord for protection. This is a warning for one and all in the spiritual advancement of life. Unless one is sufficiently protected by the Lord, he may fall down from his spiritual position. Therefore, one has to pray constantly to the Lord for protection and the blessings to carry out one's duty. So I guess I would like to add this one. It reminded me of this purport when you were speaking about that.
Yes, bro. I think this also applies to Nirjani Prabhu's situation as well. He can pray also.
So Prabhu means, from what I understood, our sadhana should be regular, and if it is regular, then we are protected by the Lord.
Not just that, Prabhu, but we have to understand also that we have to please the spiritual master, and when the spiritual master is pleased, Krishna is pleased, and when Krishna is pleased, the mercy flows.
Yes.
Mercy starts flowing like that. So not that we just have to engage in our sadhanas just because we ought to. Of course we ought to, but we have to do it for the purpose of pleasing Prabhupada. Not just that, oh, I have to do it today now. Now I have to wake up at 4. I have to chant my rounds. No, we have to do it with enthusiasm. This state of being which we are in, where we are just trying to struggle with. Okay, sometimes I'm thinking about doing my sadhana just because I have to, and then other times I'm actually enthusiastic about doing it. That's why I'm doing it. So we have to always stay in the second one. We have to always become enthusiastic. Try to what do you call it? Try to build up our morale. Try to make ourselves enthusiastic. And when we read Prabhupada's books, the enthusiasm actually comes to chant Hare Krishna. That's why Prabhupada has written so many books. Prabhupada has written so many books just to convince us to chant Hare Krishna. Not just chant Hare Krishna just because we have to, but to enthusiastically also chant. So the enthusiasm has to be maintained by constantly reading Prabhupada's books and associating with the devotees. Because especially when you associate with devotees, the enthusiasm remains at an all-time high. That enthusiasm drives us to perform our sadhana better. And that will please Srila Prabhupada. Of course, if you're coming from a very depression-based past, that's a different matter. But for the most part, when people come to Krishna consciousness, they are just seeking a higher purpose. They're seeking ultimate love of Godhead, So for such people, you have to learn how to associate with devotees, learn the etiquettes, and keep your enthusiasm always high. And so when you perform your sadhana with that enthusiasm, that will please Prabhupada. Prabhupada also gives the example of, doing some service to him. For example, if the spiritual master asks you for a glass of water, it's not that you say, oh, I'll give him a glass of milk. He'll be happier that way. No, we just have to do what he has said, right? So similarly, if we perform our sadhana in a way that is not so pleasing, like you just get up, I have to chant again. What to do? So with that attitude, you think Prabhupada will be happy? Of course, he'll be happy that you're going with it, but you'll find more pleasure when you actually do it happily.
Yes.
So when you associate with devotees and you read Prabhupada's books together simultaneously, this going parallel, then the enthusiasm will automatically remain high. And when you chant, Prabhupada will be very happy that way. So please, in this way, you should try to advance. Enthusiasm is key, Prabhu. Enthusiasm is key. So I think that answers your question then, Manu Prabhu, right?
Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhu.
Haribol, this is
Hare
Venu.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Prabhu, so you mentioned something about devotees coming through the path of distress or depression. So in that case, what should be the state of mind when they approach to please Prabhupada and then thereafter serve Krishna and then yeah. So what should be the state of mind in that case?
So that's actually a different case basically. Now, obviously, if you are diagnosed with depression, then it's a different matter. It's very difficult for you to to remain enthusiastic. So that is why, especially for those people, devotee association becomes more important and more crucial. So they have to prioritize devotee association more, than anything else, right? So when they just like COVID-19, for example, how people were segregated all over the world, from each other. So obviously they were doing so because then we'd catch the disease now if we are in close proximity. So bhakti is similar. Devotional service, devotional qualities are also similar. Like the more you associate with people, the more you get their quote unquote infection, right?
Yeah.
Because Krishna consciousness is also contagious. So the more they associate with devotees and the more they engage themselves in what the devotees are doing, all the activities, then they will automatically, transcend this depression, this state of depression also. And it's been seen. It's been seen. For example, there was one devotee in the Shloka learning group. He was causing some trouble, obviously because he had a very dark past. I don't want to name him, but the main point is he was not really willing to engage much with the devotees, and he was just complaining constantly. So this complaining attitude will not do. You have to engage us, no matter how low you are, how depressed you are or something, it doesn't matter. Krishna consciousness is so powerful, it can easily pull you up from whatever position you're in. The main thing is to be willing to at least make the effort, even if it's not enthusiastic, right? Even if it's enthusiastic, at least the effort has to be made. And if it's possible to be enthusiastic, then that also has to be done. That has to be
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
So of course, for people that are deep in depression and have a very dark past with drugs and whatever, and they're finding it very difficult to cope, at least effort has to be made on their side. So from their side, we don't expect much enthusiasm initially, but from the regular Joe like you and a few others here, we expect some enthusiasm. We expect that you become, like, see, it's so joyful. Because Krishna says this entire devotional service is joyfully performed. Where is that verse?
Yeah. So, Prabhu, follow-up question. So, suppose a devotee comes through a place of distress, in the sense he's not intoxicated, but because of circumstances, he or she is in distress. Then, in such case, relying up, relying upon Krishna consciousness, is it a means of escapism, or will Krishna accept that there's a devotee who needs help, and then he's willing to surrender, and so is it really escapism, like people say, or is it actually Krishna consciousness?
No, this material world, becoming a devotee and leading others on the same path is not actually escapism. Because this whole material universe, this whole cosmic manifestation for us is like a battle every day. We're battling lust, we're battling anger, we're battling greed, we're battling this, we're battling that. So many things we're battling within our mind. So how is it escapism? All we are doing is we are arming ourselves with the weapons of transcendental knowledge and devotional service. That's all we are doing. That's actually not escapism. And of course, Swami Prabhu was saying we're trying to get out, but it's not like, actually, see, Swami Prabhu, those who are low-class devotees, they will go for devotional service to escape this material world. But those who are pure devotees, they don't desire to even escape.
Yes, Prabhu.
नाहं वन्दे तव चरणयोर्द्वन्द्वमद्वन्द्व हेतो कुम्भीपाकं गुरुमपि हरे नारकं नापनेतुं रम्या रामा मृदुतनुलता नन्दनेनापि रन्तुं भावे भावे हृदय भवने भावयेयं भवन्तं. So this verse sung by King Kulashekar is very significant here. He defines pure devotional service as that service which does not contain any material motive, nor the motive to even attain liberation.
Yes, Prabhu.
So even if we are performing devotional service with the mentality that I want to get liberation, of course it is granted, but it's not pure devotional service. Pure devotional service means that you're doing it simply to please Krishna. It doesn't matter if I'm in hell or in heaven or anywhere else.
Yes.
I don't want anything and I don't care about anything. I just want to please Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. That is pure devotional service without desiring liberation or anything. Because liberation basically means what? Mukti. Liberation means to become free from the cycle of birth and death.
Yes,
but
Prabhu.
pure devotional service means that you perform it without desiring anything. Otherwise, it is a transaction. It's business. Pure devotional service without any material motive, untinged. That is why Prabhupada uses the word unalloyed. Does anybody know what the word unalloyed means?
It's not mixed.
Yes, it's not mixed.
But as Prabhu said that did he say that some people say that this is escapism or something like this?
Yeah, so basically
yes, Prabhu, but everyone because it is said here that there is 4 kinds of people who approach this absolute truth, and it is those who seek liberation from the suffering. So everyone starts from this platform when they are part of the pure devotional service. So
of course, everyone starts from there. Yes, no doubt. Yes. Everyone starts from there. But gradually, if our devotional service is sincere, then we will gradually come to the platform of not even desiring liberation, although it is granted.
Here it is explained that when these 4 types of people amass righteous activities, they come to the devotional service of the Lord. So when the people who are trying to escape, when they amass some righteous activities by doing some service, then they take to the platform of pure devotional service eventually.
Yes. In fact, I think also this thing can be seen in a simultaneous way. It's actually a simultaneous thing. People do come to Krishna consciousness mainly to achieve liberation from the cycle of birth and death, right? But simultaneously, what they are doing is also arming themselves with the weapon of transcendental knowledge and devotional service to then fight also all their lust, all their anger, all their greed. You understand? So it's simultaneously going on. You're not really escaping this material world. Escaping means that you're running away from something, but how can you run away from God's kingdom? Everywhere is God's kingdom, because everything and everywhere that you go is owned by the Lord. What you're doing is not escaping. What you're doing is going back to your original home. It's not the same as escaping. Because
Yes.
devotees, they're mentally so powerful that they can handle any kind of suffering. Look at Lord Jesus Christ. He handled it. So he wasn't trying to escape. He was just trying to give God consciousness to the people to show them that, yes, this is not your original home. Your original home is in the spiritual world. And for that, he was crucified just because he preached all that. So it's not really escapism from any angle. You're just learning to recognize where your original home is. It's not the same as escapism. Escapism means that you are in a fearful condition. And for the most part, initially, we are fearful. But when we understand that we are spirit soul and that nothing can happen to us, this material body is just a dress, then we also, then we won't be fearful. We'll be fearless. In fact, fearlessness is one of the first qualities Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita. When Krishna mentions the divine qualities, fearlessness is the very first one he mentions. Why is it the first one he mentions? Is fearlessness. Because it's the most important quality in a devotee, to be fearless. How can it be called escapism? You understand? Dharani Prabhu is
Yes,
sharing
Prabhu.
something
Yes.
about
Thanks.
Bhattacharya.
Thanks for clearing.
Yes, Prabhu. So thank you, Prabhu. So any other questions you have actually, Prabhu? Or is this all?
No, it's just no. It's just no.
Okay, so Dharani Prabhu is sharing Madhya 6.270. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya concluded, even though he has offered all kinds of liberation, the pure devotee does not accept them. He is fully satisfied engaging in the service of the Lord. Yes, so he's fearless. Doesn't matter where he is, heaven or hell, he is always fearless because he knows that the Lord is giving him protection. He knows Mukti Swayam Mukulitanjali Sevate Sman Dharmarth Kama Gatayah Samaya Pratikshaha. As far as liberation is concerned, she stands before the devotee with folded hands, waiting to render service. Religion, economic development, and sense gratification are all automatically attained without separate endeavor. So you see, there's no reason to be fearful. When you come to Krishna consciousness, Krishna is taking full protection. Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, Ham Tam Sarva Papebhyo Moksheshami Ma Shuchaha. Krishna is saying Ma Shuchaha. He's assuring you that don't worry, don't fear. So Krishna is requesting his devotee not to fear. How can we call the devotee an escapist? That's the point. Varun Prabhu, you have a question?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare
So,
Hare.
Prabhu, so the devotees, or not devotees, the neophyte ones, who actually approach Krishna in order to get liberation, so they would be classified under Artho, right? Artha.
Initially, maybe, yes. But in due course, they'll understand the true purpose of devotional service, and then they will also be classified at some point,
Yes.
as a very exalted
Yes.
devotee if they advance.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Sorry, I actually didn't give you a chance to finish your question. What was it? I was too excited to answer.
Yeah, you did answer it, right? They would be classified under the distressed people, Artha.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, because most people who come to Krishna, they are in distress. Not
Yeah.
everyone will come to Krishna just, what can I give you some service, Prabhu? Not everyone will do this.
I
This
was
is
like,
material world.
I was in deep trouble. I was in problem. So I was asking.
Same for me too, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
I also came in distress. So, okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Actually, the situation where every single person will come to Krishna just to render him service, that is Vaikuntha. It's not what material world people also approach Krishna, but that's not the main reason. If you see a world where everyone is approaching Krishna just to serve him, that world is actually Vaikuntha. They don't have any material motives. They don't even have spiritual motives. They just want to serve him. Like that. Okay, so thank you, Nandini Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Manu Prabhu, how to tell the difference between tough love and bullying? It's simple, tough love. tough love, and the only difference between tough love and bullying is that tough love actually helps the person grow. It helps the person grow. Bullying is just doesn't help. Bullying, in fact, it drags the person down. Bullying is like of the nature of ignorance. Anything that drags you down, the nature of ignorance. And tough love is just for the benefit of the other person. Sometimes it's just like the parents, they scold you for making a mistake, but that's not because they hate you or they're bullying you. They want the best for you, right? Just like if I break something, then you get scolding. Why did you break this? How did you? Don't do this again. All these things they'll tell you, but that's tough love. Tough love means you're just doing it for their betterment. Just like the temple president also, he chastises you, but not to bring you down, but to pull you up. So that, in fact, Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita. What is this? I'll actually share this with you. Bhagavad Gita chapter. Where is it? Okay, wait. How's this not coming? Yes. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 38, Dando damayatam asmi. Dandaha, punishment, damayatam, of all means of suppression. Asmi means I am. So Dando damayatam asmi. Krishna is saying here that among all means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment. He is that rod of chastisement. So there are many suppressing agents, of which the most important are those that cut down miscreants. When miscreants are punished, the agency of chastisement represents Krishna. So why? Because it's for their own good. Just like a criminal, if he kills someone, he is given death sentence. But that death sentence is not to be seen as something negative. It only benefits that murderer. It gives him another chance so that he doesn't have to suffer. It gives him a fresh start. That is why he's given death sentence. So is given death. In fact, what is this? In chapter 1 itself, it is said. I'll actually show you this. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1. One. I can't find it. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, verse 21, purport. Veda vinashinam nityam yainam ajam avyayam katham sapurusha partha kang ghatayati hantikam. O Parth, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unbound, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill? Now, in the purport, Prabhupada mentions that although the justice of the peace awards capital punishment to a person condemned for murder, the justice of the peace cannot be blamed because he orders violence to another person according to the codes of justice. In Manu Samhita, the law book for mankind, it is supported that a murderer should be condemned to death so that in his next life he will not have to suffer for the great sin he has committed. Therefore, the king's punishment of hanging a murderer is actually beneficial. Similarly, when Krishna orders fighting or even chastisement, by the way, it must be concluded that that violence or chastisement is for supreme justice or to actually better the person and pull them up from a low point in life, from a low position in spiritual life. And thus Arjun should follow the instruction, knowing well that such violence or chastisement committed in the act of fighting for Krishna or for the betterment of that person is not violence at all, or chastisement really. At any rate, the man, or rather the soul, cannot be killed. So you understand what I'm saying? It's about helping the other person. So this brings me back to my previous point that tough love uplifts a person to Krishna consciousness. Bullying does just the opposite. One is a mode of pure goodness, one is in ignorance. Because the strength of the strong should be used to defend, not for personal aggression.
Prabhu, I'm not seeing your screen. Is that okay?
I thought Sami Prabhu was sharing, but actually I was just reading from my own screen. I can share if you want. Just 1 second. Okay, I have permission. Yes. Can you see my screen, Prabhu?
Yeah, I can see.
Krishna is also saying here in chapter 7, verse 11, Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viradhubhuteshu kamosmi bharsarshava. So the first 2 lines are very important for this question. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. So the strong man's strength should be applied to protect the weak, not for personal aggression. Now, oh, I like to bully someone, so I'll bully. I am very strong, I can just beat him. Not like that. So here Krishna is giving us the proper use for our strength, and that is to protect. Right? Now, as we grow older, we become adults, and some adults, they enter brahmachari life, and at some point they are appointed as a temple president, and they're given the responsibility to chastise also. So they're very strong mentally and physically sometimes. Maybe not physically all the time, but mentally at least they're very strong. And they want, and sometimes the temple president, they want to see the disciples grow in spiritual life. Right? They want them to also come to a very strong level in mentally they also want to drag them up. So they also chastise, but it's for their betterment. It's not for personal aggression. So that's the difference. I think you understand the difference, right?
Yes, yes, I'm understanding. I will also, is it okay? Because as you were speaking, I just realized that in the mode of goodness, if there's chastisement, they wanted to make it very swift, but yet understood immediately by the disciple. But when it comes to the opposite, if it's in the mode of ignorance, it's not swift. It's like torture. Was it one verse in the Bhagavad Gita that kind of reminds me of? It's like Bhagavad Gita 18, where it speaks about the demoniac qualities. If one tortures the body in
I know this one, yeah.
Tapasya mode of passion. So that can also be applied, or well, I don't know if it can be, but
yes, actually, yes, I think I know which verse you mean. Where is it? I can't find it. I know which verse you mean, actually. I'll actually go there.
I think it was on it. It was like 18:14. You were just on it.
18:14, this one. You mean this one, the place of action, the body, the performer, the various senses, the many different kinds of endeavor, and ultimately the super soul. These are the 5 factors of action.
No, there was another one.
I know which one you mean. I know when you torture yourself, you torture the super soul within also. That one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. So that is the one I'm looking for. I can't find it actually. I mean, it's weird. This search has become a bit weird. Actually. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
so 17:5-6. This is the one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish and who torture the material elements of the body as well as the super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demons. So harming yourself also is so bad, just like that for no reason, against the rules of Shastra actually. Then that is condemned. So what to speak of bullying? Sarva Yonishu Kantaya, Krishna resides in everyone, right? As super soul. So any kind of chastisement which doesn't aim at bettering the other person's character in devotional life, then that is also against Shastra, and therefore it is demoniac. Asurya Nishchayan, demons. And Vidhi means the understanding, right? But what kind of understanding? Vidhi means the understanding according to Shastra. That is Vidhi. So you have to perform chastisement also according to Shastra, not whimsically. Chastisement should be for the purpose of helping others advance in spiritual life, not otherwise. Not otherwise. Then that kind of other chastisement also is useless. You see? For the purpose of helping people advance in Krishna consciousness, that chastisement. according to Vidhi. Does that make sense, Prabhu?
Yes, it makes perfect sense. And also, there is one more verse. I think it was 5:15.
Bhagavatam?
Yeah, Bhagavatam 5:15. This one.
Yes. Yeah. Can you read this, Prabhu?
Yeah. If one is serious about going back home, back to Godhead, he must consider the mercy of the Supreme Personality, the summum bonum and chief aim of life. If he is a father instructing his son, a spiritual master instructing his disciple, or a king instructing his citizens, he must instruct them as I have advised, without being angry. He should continue giving instructions even if a disciple or a citizen is sometimes unable to follow his orders. Ignorant. So yeah, this part I wanted to focus on.
Yeah. So as I have advised. Yeah. So this was also Vidhi. Anything that the spiritual master advises, that is also Vidhi. That is also Shastra. Whatever spiritual master says, that also has to be followed. And without being angry. So chastisement also doesn't necessarily have to be that you have to become angry to give it. No, chastisement can be merely also correcting someone's action. Sometimes you see that there's some deviation going on, you immediately rectify it. That can be done without anger. That is also perfect. Because chastisement doesn't mean that always that you're angry. In fact, anger is obviously not a good quality, you know. So, but that doesn't mean that chastisement cannot at all be given out. It can be given out, but it can be given out without anger also. You just have to show some firmness. Just like Prahlad Bhakta Prabhu, he'll show a lot of firmness when he is chastising him. But that doesn't mean he's angry, right?
Well, someone may argue, well, I'm using my anger in devotional service. So technically, I can say it is not anger. As you know, it's transcendental. So yes, I have no anger.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you cannot also use anger. I'm just saying sometimes the anger does not necessarily have to be there. I'm not saying that they cannot use anger. Transcendental anger, of course, is there, no doubt. I'm just saying that in some cases it's not necessary. And my main point was actually that sometimes chastisement is there. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily angry. It's just that they want to, So because your question was mainly between the difference between chastisement and bullying. That's the perspective from which I'm showing you things. Of course. Transcendental anger is there in some chastisements also, no doubt. No doubt. But for the sake of answering your question, I was excluding the anger part. Because
you're speaking the facts when it comes to like anger. Like I think in one lecture of Tavarat Prabhu, he says like if you're being chastised by your senior, just and he's very angry, just take it. And then later on, when the senior, he kind of like thinks over, like, oh, I think I was being a little bit too hard on Prabhu. You remember that part? I forgot which video it was.
I do. Yeah, I think I remember that one lecture. I forgot which one it was. But yes, Prabhu, you have a point also, no doubt. No doubt. But the main point is intention. You see, the intention is what distinguishes the chastisement from the bullying. You see.
Yes. Because like if they do have the intention of raising you up, they wouldn't have they would have that second thought, like, oh, did I chastise too hard? But if that intention wasn't there, they wouldn't even consider that.
Yeah, even in India today also, so many schools, their teachers, they actually become angry and they chastise the students, right? But interestingly, nobody questions them when they do it in like the Karmi schools and everything. But when the same thing happens in temples, people start criticizing, oh, he cannot control his anger. How is he chastising? How can he chastise like that? So of course, people are covered by illusion. They can't see the difference between this kind of anger, that kind of anger. One material anger, another transcendental anger. So we have to learn to recognize the difference between them. And I think you raised a nice point for this.
Thank you, Prabhu. I very much appreciate your valuable answer.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhupada. Is this it, or you have something else to add or ask? This is actually just practice for me, what am I doing as a rascal trying to answer a senior person's questions? Like, I'm so fallen. Look how sinful I am. Taking answering a senior's question like this. What is this? I should be asking
It's,
to the senior. Will initiated.
we appreciate you, Prabhu. We appreciate you, Prabhu.
I just had to follow what Prahlad Bhakti Prabhu said. He put me and Swami Prabhu in charge what to do. So please forgive me, Prabhu, if I have, somehow. Actually, everyone, please forgive me in case, in case you felt bad for the way I've answered. Please forgive me. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripasindubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Any other questions anyone has, please forgive me.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanavad Pranam. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Smita Krishna Prabhu. Jai Srila Prabhupada. What's your question? Or do you
Prabhu,
have a
I have a
question?
doubt. From Srimad Bhagavatam 4:24-45 purport. Yes, Prabhu.
Wait, could you repeat, Prabhu? Which 4?
4:24-45.
4:24-45. I think it's a combo verse, I think. Let me.
Yes, Prabhu. 45-46.
45-46, okay. Yes, there we go. This one?
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, from purport.
Okay, but read the translation so we know the context.
Yes, Prabhu. The Lord's beauty resembles a dark cloud during the rainy season. As the rainfall glistens, his bodily features also glisten. Indeed, he is the sum total of all beauty. The Lord has 4 arms and an exquisitely beautiful face with eyes like lotus petals, a beautiful highly raised nose, a mind-attracting smile, a beautiful forehead, and equally beautiful and fully decorated ears.
So where in the purport you wanted to see?
Prabhu, from last 4 to 5 lines. First paragraph only.
Somewhere here, like this.
Prabhu, from Radha Krishna, from Narada Pancharatra, it ends and start with Radha. Yes, Prabhu. That. Yes, Prabhu. Here, Prabhupada writes that Radha Krishna cannot be approached by the neophyte devotees. Therefore, temple worship according to regulatory principles is offered to Lakshmi Narayan.
Yes.
So, also there may be a Radha Krishna Vigraha or form. The worship of the neophyte devotees is acceptable as Lakshmi Narayan worship. Worship according to the Pancharatrika Vidhi is called Vidhi Marga, and worship according to the Bhagavat Vidhi principles is called Raga Marga. The principles of Raga Marga are especially meant for devotees who are elevated to the Vrindavan platform. So, Prabhu, can you explain?
Yeah, so basically, we have been told many times that because now most of us are living at home, right? We're not living at the temple. So most people, they have a deity of Radha Krishna. So actually, you cannot worship Radha Krishna like that as deities. Because the thing is, with Radha Krishna worship, it's a very high level of worship. And secondly, when we worship Radha Krishna, offenses are actually counted, because the worship of Radha Krishna is actually a very strict form of worship, right? So actually, we are because obviously our movement is to worship Radha Krishna only, right? So Prabhupada has said that we can keep pictures of Radha Krishna and worship that, because the deity, the Vigraha of form actually requires us to follow very strict rules and regulations. This is why they are usually mostly only installed in the temples, right? Not at home, right? So although it is acceptable, Prabhupada is saying it's acceptable, but doesn't necessarily mean that we have to do it, right? Because our mood is Madhurya. That is what Prabhupada is providing us with. Because this is the Sampradaya, right? So we have to worship Radha Krishna, but because we are on a neophyte platform, better to get pictures instead and worship like that. Because that at least that way, then there's no risk of offenses, And if you want Vigraha, deity form, you get Gauranitai deities. They don't consider offenses. Prabhupada deity also you can keep. And that also doesn't have any offenses. That's the supreme mercy, That is why it says temple worship. Temple worship according to regulative principles is offered to Lakshmi Narayan. Right? So this is talking about the temple. And most of us are at home.
Yes, Prabhu.
Not living in the temple full time, right? In the temple, yes, Radha Krishna can go on. Because there everything is followed very, very, very strictly, really according to Prabhupada's instructions. How the deity should be dressed, how it should be based, all that. when it should be woken up, when the deity should be put to sleep, when the deity should be offered food. So all this is very strict with Radha Krishna. But with God Nitai, there's no hard and fast rules as such. You can keep the deities of God Nitai at home. We can give the deity of Prabhupada also. Offenses are not counted. So for neophytes, you can get the deities of God Nitai, Prabhupada. And if you really want Radha Krishna, get picture and worship the picture. Because there's no difference between Krishna and his form. Right?
Yes, Prabhu.
And Sundar Gopal Prabhu also said, for some devotees like me also, actually, I'm not a devotee, but what I'm saying is that before I knew this, actually, I already had a deity of Radha Krishna at home. But of course, we haven't
Yes,
performed
Prabhu.
Pranapradishta or anything.
Actually, I have also Radha Krishna deities in my home. So
Yeah, so His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu told me directly in a Q&A session on Friday that, not this Friday, but many Fridays ago, I raised this point, and he said that for the time being now, you just treat them as dolls. Like obviously you can't just take them off now. You've already put them there on your altar or whatever. So best to just treat them as dolls, Just keep it. There's no harm now because you didn't know before, so you're excused. But for those that do know and don't have one, they should understand the importance of not keeping it at home unless they are absolutely qualified to worship, because it's a very high form of worship. Does that make sense, Prabhu?
yes,
So
Prabhu.
I'll actually send you a vlog by His Grace Nimanita Prabhu. He actually sent this in I think he sent this in the Shloka learning group or something regarding this Pancharatriki Vidhi and Raga Marg. So we'll send you that small vlog. We actually sent this a message as a vlog message in response to another devotee's question on the same topic. So I'll find it and I'll forward it to you. Okay, Prabhu? Just remind me on
Yes,
time. I might forget later.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Yeah, I think that answered your question, right? Or no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Thank you,
you so
Prabhu.
much. Hare Krishna. What's in the chat? Okay. So, Dharani Prabhu, are you still there, Prabhu? Maybe you can just write a yes or a no if you're still there. I actually can't see also if someone is raising their hands. So, okay, no one is raising their hands.
Donna, how are you, Prabhu? Is still here?
Okay, Dharani Prabhu is still here. Okay, so CC Adi 8.31 gives some details, Prabhu. चैतन्य नित्यानंद इन्ना ही ये सब विचार नाम लाइते प्रेम देना वह अशुद्धार. But if one only chants with some slight faith the holy names of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, very quickly he is cleansed of all offenses. Thus, as soon as he chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, he feels the ecstasy of love for God. And the question was regarding, give some details. Okay.
No, it
Srila
was.
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Oh,
It
yes,
was
Ami Prabhu, do you want to read it?
no, Prabhu. But I don't think
you
it
want
was a question. It was. Oh, yes, Prabhu, you can read.
Okay. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarks in this connection that if one takes shelter of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, follows their instructions to become more tolerant than the tree and humbler than the grass, and in this way chants the holy name of the Lord, very soon he achieves the platform of transcendental loving service to the Lord, and tears appear in his eyes. There are offenses to be considered in chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but there are no such considerations in chanting the names of Gaur, Nityananda. Therefore, if one chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but his life is still full of sinful activities, it will be very difficult for him to achieve the platform of loving service to the Lord. But if in spite of being an offender, one chants the holy names of Gaur Nityananda, he is very quickly freed from the reactions to his offenses. Therefore, one should first approach Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda or worship Guru Gaurang, and then come to the stage of worshipping Radha Krishna. In our Krishna consciousness movement, our students are first advised to worship Guru Gauranga And then when they are somewhat advanced, the Radha Krishna deity is installed and they are engaged in the worship of the Lord. One should first take shelter of Gaur and Nityananda in order to reach, ultimately, Radha Krishna. Shri Narottam Das Thakur sings in this connection, Gauranga bolite have polaka sharira, Hari Hari bolite nayana babe nira, Ara kave nitai chandera karuna haive, Sansara vasana mora kave tuchha have, Vishaya chhadiya kave shuddha have, mana, kave hame, kave hama, Heraba Shri Vrindavana. So in the beginning, one should very regularly chant Shri Gaurasundar's holy name and then chant the holy name of Lord Nityananda. Thus, one's heart will be cleansed of impure desires for material enjoyment. Then, one can approach Vrindavan Dham to worship Lord Krishna. Unless one is favored by Lord Chaitanya Nityananda, there is no need to go to Vrindavan, for unless one's mind is purified, he cannot see Vrindavan even if he goes there. Actually, going to Vrindavan involves taking shelter of the six Goswamis by reading the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Vidagdha Madhav, Lalita Madhav, and the other books that they have given. In this way, we can understand the transcendental loving affairs between Radha and Krishna. Kabe hama bujhaba se yogala pirite. The conjugal love between Radha and Krishna is not an ordinary human affair. It is fully transcendental. So in order to understand Radha and Krishna, worship them, and engage in their loving service, one must be guided by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and the six Goswamis, Lord Chaitanya's direct disciples. For an ordinary man, worship of Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu or the Panchatattva is easier than the worship of Radha and Krishna. So this point actually is important here because this was mentioned in the previous question as well. Who asked that question? I remember Smita Krishna Prabhu, I think. He had that doubt. So this also relates here. So because it's easier to worship, therefore we are keeping the deities also. So unless one is very fortunate, he should not be induced to worship Radha Krishna directly, you see, because it's a very high form of worship. A neophyte student who is not sufficiently educated or enlightened should not indulge in the worship of Sri Radha and Krishna or the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. Even if he does so, he cannot get the desired result. One should therefore chant the names of Nitai Gaur and worship them without false prestige. So since everyone within this material world is more or less influenced by sinful activities, in the beginning it is essential that one take to the worship of Guru Gauranga and ask their favor. For thus, despite all his disqualifications, one will very soon become qualified to worship the Radha Krishna Vigraha. It should be noted in this connection that the holy names of Lord Krishna and Gaurasundar are both identical with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, one should not consider one name to be more potent than the other. Considering the position of the people of this age, however, the chanting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name is more essential than the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most magnanimous incarnation and his mercy is very easily achieved. Therefore, one must first take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by chanting Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So by serving Gaura Nityananda, one is freed from the entanglements of material existence and thus becomes qualified to worship the Radha Krishna deity. So basically, Prabhupada is saying here, and now he's written the conclusion, actually, he's written in the final paragraph. Of course, before he was always saying that we should chant the names of Gaur Nitai, right? Now, he didn't mean literally you chant as japa. What he's meaning here is that every time you're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, right before you start chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra on your japa beads, you chant Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, so that when you begin chanting your round or rounds, the offenses are not counted. Because obviously Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most merciful incarnation of Krishna, right? And because there is no difference between them, and the rule is that every devotee should be chanting at least 16 rounds of Hare Krishna every day, he can chant it by first chanting this mantra. Shri Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Because the rule is to chant Hare Krishna in japa. But right before you chant your rounds, you chant this mantra to nullify the offenses, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most merciful incarnation of God. And he doesn't consider any offenses that are done, right, while you're chanting. That is why it is important to chant this. So in this context, we have to chant the name of Gaur Nitai, not like Gaur Nitai, not like that. Prabhupada gave us Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But to counteract the offenses, we are chanting this right before. Does that make sense, Prabhu? This is the conclusion of this entire purport. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay, I hope it answered the question. Not that we chant full. I mean, there's no harm, of course, but that is not the sampradaya. Sampradaya is to chant Hare Krishna. But before we chant the Panchatattva Mahamantra to nullify the offenses. I think that clarifies. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Any other? Okay. So, Prabhu, how do we relate Om Tat Sat with chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Let's see. Avaruta 18. Om Tat. Whole words. Oh no, I think this is chapter 17 then. Yes. Om Tat Sad iti nirdesho brahmanastrividha smritah brahmanastena vedascha yajnascha vihetah pura. From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. S-A-T, Sat. So these three symbolic representations, Om Tat Sat. So Om is the supreme. Om Tat Sat means the supreme absolute truth. So these three symbolic representations were used by Brahmanas while chanting the hymns of the Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the supreme. So now it has been explained that penance, sacrifice, charity, and foods are divided into three categories: the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. But whether first class, second class, or third class, they are all conditioned, contaminated by the modes of material nature. When they are aimed at the Supreme, Om Tat Sat, the Supreme Personality of God, at the Eternal, they become means for spiritual elevation. So in the scriptural injunctions, such an objective is indicated. These three words, Om Tat Sat, particularly indicate the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Vedic hymns, the word Om is always found. So one who acts without following the regulations of the scriptures will not attain the absolute truth. He will get some temporary result, but not the ultimate end of life. The conclusion is that the performance of charity, sacrifice, and penance must be done in the mode of goodness. Performed in the mode of passion or ignorance, they are certainly inferior in quality. The three words Om Tat Sat are uttered in conjunction with the holy name of the Supreme Lord. For example, Om Tad Vishnoha or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya also. So whenever a Vedic hymn or the holy name of the Supreme Lord is uttered, Om is added. This is the indication of Vedic literature. Now these three words are taken from Vedic hymns. Om Ityetad Brahmano Nedishtham Nama indicates the first goal. Then Tattvam Asi, Chandogya Upanishad 687 indicates the second goal. And Sad Eva Saumya, Chandogya Upanishad 621 indicates the third goal. Om, Tat, and Sat. Yeah, you combine them together, you get Om, Tat, Sat. So formally, when Brahma, the first created living entity, performed sacrifices, he indicated by these three words the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So therefore, the same principle has always been followed by disciplic succession. So this hymn has great significance. Bhagavad Gita recommends therefore that any work done should be done for Om Tat Sat, or in other words, for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when one performs penance or charity and sacrifice with these three words, he is acting in Krishna consciousness. Now, Krishna consciousness is a scientific execution of transcendental activities which enables one to return home back to God. There is no loss of energy in acting in such a transcendental way. So, how do we understand the connection of Om Tat Sat with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? So, I think Shrikant Prabhu, you're still there, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So, in Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, Prabhupada mentions a very interesting thing. Okay, advanced is working, okay. Okay. So here Prabhupada is saying some very interesting thing. And Pranava, or the Omkar transcendental sound in the beginning of every Vedic hymn, addresses the Supreme Lord. This much is understood. But because the impersonalists are very much afraid of addressing the Supreme Lord Krishna by his innumerable names, they prefer to vibrate the transcendental sound Omkar. But they do not realize that Omkar is the sound representation of Krishna. So the jurisdiction of Krishna consciousness extends everywhere, and one who knows Krishna consciousness is blessed. Those who do not know Krishna are an illusion, and so knowledge of Krishna is liberation, and ignorance of him is bondage. Now, to add on to this, previous to this, Prabhupada is saying that attraction. So the taste of water is the active principle in water. The taste of water is the active principle of water, right? No one likes to drink seawater because it's mixed with the taste of salt, right? Because of the presence of salt in the water, nobody likes drinking seawater. So attraction for water depends on the purity of the taste. And this pure taste is one of the energies of the Lord. So the impersonalist perceives the presence of the Lord in water by its taste. And the personalist also glorifies the Lord for his kindly supplying tasty water to quench man's thirst. Now, what exactly does this have to do with the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and its connection with Om Tat Sat? Now, Om Tat Sat doesn't need to be chanted when we chant Hare Krishna, because first of all, this Om Tat Sat is meant for the impersonalists, because they cannot appreciate the transcendental name of Krishna. And because of that, they are advised to chant Om Tat Sat, right? Because they're impersonalists. They only perceive the presence of the Lord in the water by its taste. But because the devotee is a personalist, he can appreciate the glories of the Lord in his personal form by thinking him as a person who has so kindly supplied us with water to quench our thirst, right? But the impersonalist doesn't see it that way. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna, we are situated in the personal facet of devotional service. And the impersonalists, when they are chanting Om Tat Sat, they are situated on the impersonal facet of devotional service. So although there's no difference between Om Tat Sat, right? We have to chant Hare Krishna because that is how we learn to appreciate the personal form of the Lord. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
And because Om Tat Sat literally indicates the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, whatever we do, whatever we eat, we must offer to him. What is that verse in Bhagavad Gita? I forgot the number. What was that?
यत् करोषि यत् जुहोषि यद् अश्नासि ददाति यत् तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत् कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्.
Hari bol. So yat karoshi yat ashasi, yat johoshi dadasi, yat tapasyasi kauntaya, tat kurushva madarpanam. Yes, very nice words, Prabhu. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O Sanakunti, as an offering to me. Who is me? Who is speaking? Madarpanam. Who is Mad?
Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna. So if we can chant Hare Krishna, why do we need to chant Om Tat Sat? Prabhupada has given us Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, so we should chant that. In fact, interesting pastime. I think you read this already, but because there was a recent post actually. But at one point, the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they found one very nice mantra in the purports of Srila Prabhupada. You know, what was that? He Nath Narayana Bhaja Vasudeva. He Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Bhaja Vasudeva. Now they found this verse in one of the purports of Bhagavatam, and the disciples liked it so much they literally started doing kirtan on it. But when Prabhupada came in, he immediately chastised them. Hey, why are you singing this? Who authorized you to sing this? The disciples said, Prabhupada, this mantra you yourself is written in the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada says, it is there, but I didn't authorize you to chant it in kirtan, right? Because they just picked, some mantra they liked and they just they made a kirtan out of it. So Prabhupada could understand their desire. He could read into their hearts. And so Prabhupada said that, okay, you want a kirtan? The disciple said, yes, I want the kirtan. So Prabhupada authorized this Jaya Radha Madhava Kirtan. Now, although this mantra is the names of Krishna only, Hey Krishna, Govinda, Hare Murari, these are all names of Krishna. But why did Prabhupada not allow us to chant that? Because this is not the mood. This is not the mood. I'll actually show you. What is this? Okay. Yeah, this one. So when Prabhupada arrived, we all bowed down and paid obeisances, and he got on the Vyasasana and he spoke to us and said, "Oh, who has given you this mantra?" Somebody said, "Oh, we saw this in your Bhagavatam." Prabhupada said, "This should not be chanted." He said, "This is not bona fide." And we were just talk about thunderstruck. We were so bewildered. He proceeded to explain. He said that even they are names of Krishna, unless the mantra is given by the disciplic succession, it shouldn't be chanted, even though they are names of Krishna. And there's a verse like that saying that it has to come from the sampradaya. So right after that, then he said, "Oh, so you want another mantra to chant?" And everybody just simultaneously said yes. Spontaneously, simultaneously, everybody said yes, we want. And everybody kind of cheered. So he started singing Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda, and then he introduced this mantra as Kirtan. The mantra came from Prabhupada, which means it's coming from the Sampradaya, which means it is authorized. So whenever we are chanting Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, that is authorized because Prabhupada has authorized it, because it's Sampradaya. And what is that verse? Mantraste nishphalamataha. Any mantra that you receive that's not authorized by disciplic succession, it is of no effect, even if it's the names of Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
So yes, no doubt. Om Tat Sat is definitely indicating Krishna only. But we didn't receive it from Prabhupada. No, we weren't authorized by it. And because we were not authorized by Prabhupada to chant Om Tat Sat with Hare Krishna,
Yes, Prabhu. So Guru Shastra, Guru Sadhu Shastra, all three have to be in the same alignment if we have to accept something.
Yes, and I'm quoting now from one sadhu, one disciple, and then I quote from Shastra, then I'm quoting from Prabhupada.
Yes, Prabhu.
So this is how it goes. So 3 focus points are very important. We need to assimilate our transcendental knowledge from the Guru, from the Sadhu, and from the Shastra. Right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Shastra says any mantra which is received outside disciplic succession is not authorized and it will not work. It will not bear any fruits. Nishphala. Phala means fruits. Nishphala means no fruit. There will be no result. You chant as much as you want, it will not work because it's not authorized.
Yes,
so that is the connection between Om Tat Sat. You understand?
Yeah, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
BG 1723. Dharini Prabhu shared that. Yeah, this one. Okay. So we went through this one already. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions?
I have a question.
Oh, yes, Prabhu, please ask.
A bit out of the topic we are discussing, but
No, I'm just doing general Q&A, so there's no topic.
all right. So do we consider the Radha Vallabh Sampradaya as bona fide or not?
I don't know anything about that. That you have to ask His Prahlad Bhakta Prabhu.
All right, Prabhu.
I haven't heard of it. Maybe another branch, I don't know. But we are following Prabhupada, so why should we be concerned about others?
Because I have a friend of mine whom I'm preaching, and he is quite attracted to that sampradaya. So I want to know if it's bona fide or not. So
don't try to convince him whether it is bona fide or not. You just say that the Gaudiya Sampradaya original Radha Vallabh.
No, I have already convinced him about ours, but it's for me personally. Just I want to know because if it adds one more point, why not?
Okay, well, in that case, I don't know if it's
All right, Prabhu. I'll ask Prahlad Prabhu.
I mean, on a general basis, I don't know if it's actually bona fide. Maybe it is, but the disciplic succession itself broke long time ago, that particular branch. So maybe it may be in itself a bona fide sampradaya, but maybe it's not continuing as a bona fide sampradaya now. That is why I'm saying that the Gaudiya Sampradaya is the safest option for all of us. Because right now, Prabhupada is the most prominent Acharya.
Prabhu is here.
Yeah, and we have to pick up from the most prominent Acharya. This is the statement of Prabhupada.
I thought all could have been left by now. I thought meeting is over.
Hare Krishna, please accept Mahaprabhu's all glories to Prabhupada. Uvesh Prabhu is giving answers.
Training.
Yes, Prabhu.
How his answers are good? How is
Yes, Prabhu. Very nice.
Yes,
on
Prabhu.
spot on spot assignments? Good, very good. Okay, Siddharth, I thought you were supposed to come. Siddharth is there.
Yes,
I
Prabhu,
thought
I'm
you were
here.
supposed to come Pondicherry 4 days before.
February 14, Prabhu, now.
Then, what will be the next plan?
Nothing, Prabhu. Just February 14 now.
February 14. Actually, I am trying to make him as a brahmachari, and he's giving a sign that I'll come to temple only on Valentine's Day. I said you come. I said you come temple and then you practice brahmacharya for some time. I said yeah, then he's coming on Valentine's Day. What is this? You're giving me some symptoms that you cannot be made a brahmachari. Then I will not waste my time on that. Okay. Anyway, so all done.
Prabhu, Barun Prabhu actually just had a quick question. He basically wanted to ask if this Radha Vallabh Sampradaya is bona fide. I don't know.
Radha Vallabh Sampradaya is which one? What is that?
I don't know, Prabhu. He said it's some other branch of some disciplic succession.
I don't know. What is the parampara and what is the philosophy?
They worship Radharani, Prabhu, like Krishna and Radharani, but they say that they are Sakhis of Radharani.
Oh, is it that one guru with the big beard and yellow?
Yes.
Yeah, they are Sakhis of Radharani.
No, like they don't consider themselves, but like our mood is of Manjari, so they say that their mood is of Sakhis, and basically they say the doubt arises because they say the parampara arises from Radharani herself, and the originate acharya from whom the like sampradaya originates. They say he took the initiation mantra from Radharani herself. So I don't know.
Premanand Maharaj.
Yes.
From Radharani.
No, not him, Prabhu. Actually, the Sampradaya originated from Harivansh, Prabhu. And they say that he is an incarnation of Krishna's flute.
No, but is it coming into four Sampradaya or not?
I don't know. That's
Don't
what
know
I was asking.
You're asking question, don't know means how to answer.
Prabhu,
I don't know, Prabhu. That's my doubt because actually I have a friend whom I'm preaching to. And,
any sampradaya which is not coming in anything that doesn't come at a four sampradaya is bogus.
Barun Prabhu, allow me to phrase your question differently, if it's
sure,
okay.
Prabhu.
Basically,
Yes,
I think Barun Prabhu is trying to ask if, of course, if it comes, it may come within one of the four sampradayas only, but as a branch, as one of the branches or something, where at some point Krishna's flute in one of the sampradayas, and from there it opened another branch from one of the sampradayas. In that context, he's asking if it is one of them.
No, but why we should care about it? That's my question.
I asked the same question to him, Prabhu.
You're not satisfied with Prabhupada? Looking for some alternative?
Prabhu. I'm satisfied with Prabhupada. But there's a friend of mine whom I'm preaching to. So he is quite attracted to this sampradaya and he was asking me, why should I not go into this sampradaya? So I preached to him basically and he is convinced. But I myself have this doubt whether it's bona fide or not. So if there's one more point to add, if I can just say it's not bona fide and I can explain him why, then makes the work 100 times more easier. So
sometimes we don't need to care also. Understand? Like just because your father is good doesn't mean all other fathers are bad.
True.
And just because other fathers are good, I'll change my father. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Understand?
True.
For us, we have Prabhupada, and there is no question that Prabhupada is the pure devotee. And even this Premanand Maharaj, he is just using Prabhupada names to hijack Prabhupada disciples. Understand? He is just saying Prabhupada, and then all Prabhupada disciples are going listening him. All these con devotees are listening Premanand Maharaj.
Yes, Prabhu.
So in that way, he is hijacking devotees from ISKCON. Understand? Because ISKCON gurus are not very much inclined in philosophy and all. That's why when he is speaking something, that he has a good speaking skill. Looks like, I don't know, I never heard, but so many people are going to him. So first question is that when you know Prabhupada is authorized spiritual master, and even this Premanand Maharaj is glorifying Prabhupada, and Prabhupada is still alive through the Ritvik system of initiation, and he is still accessible through his books, and knowledge is not lost. And everybody in the world, even the Gaudiya Math, Ritviks, ISKCON, when everybody in the world they are reading Prabhupada books, then why you should think about some other acharya? Only a fool will think.
Yes, Prabhu.
That is actually a passion, The when you are in mode of passion, you always think about what about this, what about this, what about this. You always agitate. That's why I say one example. When I went to Vrindavan, I went to that Rangji temple, and the Rangji temple, behind the altar, I saw one small room. I think some of you could have known the story. I saw one small room, and then I saw one very old Vaishnava. He's about 75 years old, with the full muscles in the body, full muscles. And then it's very thin and then very strong. And then you are standing in a small room and then making chandan for the Lord. Because of making chandan for the Lord every day, yes, having a good physique actually. He has to make a lot of chandan every day for the deities. That's his seva. So I got opportunity to associate with him. I spoke to him. And then he was telling me that he is serving Rangnath for about 60 to 70 years in the same temple. His seva is only to make chandan for Rangji. That's it. Then you understand how much goodness he should be in. Like in our temple, not in our temple, mainly all the temples, when some service is given to one devotee, they always complain, bro, why every day only this service? Why not some other service? Why every day I am cooking? Why I cannot do book distribution? Why I cannot do this one? Because the mode of passion. So when you come to mode of goodness, then you don't try to think about other things. It's called rocking the boat, When you're sitting the boat, you don't rock the boat. Or try to stake the foundation of the building. Right? So when someone is asking, what do you think about this person? Like Prabhupada was questioned, right? One reporter asked Prabhupada, what do you think about Sai Baba? And you know what Prabhupada said? Prabhupada said that, I don't think of Sai Baba. Clear. That's it. What do you think of Sai? I don't think of Sai Baba. That's it. Because one person holding the mic and asking question, whatever Prabhupada says, it's going to be a controversy, And Prabhupada is smart. Prabhupada knows what to answer in what place. He did not say the philosophy. He said, what do you think of Sai Baba? I don't think of Sai Baba. Just answer, finish. That no other further questions. Why I should think of Sai Baba? That's it, Similarly, when someone asks about this Maharaj, that Maharaj, and then, we just ignore. Okay, sharing something. You have to pick up the prominent Acharya and follow from him. There are many branches also from Parampara system, and it is not possible to call the branches and sub-branches in the institution. We have to pick up the authority of the Acharya in whatever Sampradaya we belong to. Yeah.
I want to basically just say that even if they are bona fide, we have to pick up from the prominent Acharya. And most prominent in this case is Prabhupada. This is what I want to say.
Correct. And they say that Prabhupada is dead, That we have to answer. Prabhupada is not dead. That we have to say.
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct. Because especially if you go Vrindavan, and there may be some pure devotees also, And if you say everybody is bad, then you are offending some devotees. Understand? There may be some pure devotees. You cannot say only Prabhupada is the pure devotee. We cannot say like that. There are so many pure devotees. Right? Pure devotees and the spiritual master, there is a rare combination. The many pure devotees, they cannot preach. Right? So Prabhupada is actually our Acharya, our spiritual master. So just because Prabhupada is spiritual master, we cannot say everybody is bad. That is actually the Western like non-Indian Prabhupada Anagas, like Europe countries, Americans, they always have this idea that only Prabhupada can be pure devotee, nobody can be pure devotee, So everybody, not everybody conditioned soul, only Prabhupada is. So they have the disease. So we should not go inside. We cannot comment about anybody unnecessarily. But of course, if you come across someone like Kripal Maharaj on the face directly, you can say he's rascal. Okay. But we have to see. I saw one Maharaj. What's his name? Like Vrindavan. He is also having a big building. And then I saw that one Facebook photo. I saw that he is sitting with Salman Khan in Big Boss show.
Sorry, Aniruddhacharya.
Aniruddhacharya, that fellow. And he's sitting with Salman Khan in Big Boss show. Why is he sitting Salman Khan? Come on. What are you doing there? Huh?
Self-declared Acharya.
Yeah, he is just imitating Krishna, Just imitating Krishna. So many people, We have to be very careful. Pookie Baba. What is Pookie Baba?
That's what they call him, Prabhu. Call him that, Prabhu. Pookie. Like someone who is very dear to someone, they call him Pookie. So Pookie
In Tamil, we say Porki. Srikanth Bonos. They say, right?
Haribo.
I can call him Porki. Karthi also knows, sir.
Yes,
Nityananda should know. Siddhartha should know this Tamil word. Dharani also there. So that a lot of Tamil people here today. Okay.
Prabhu,
So-
how do we then bring them to this path, Prabhu, the other Sampradaya followers? Because we know that for sure they are not, not for sure, as in, we know that some practices they follow is not in the right mood. For example, one of my friends, he says he follows Ramanuja Sampradaya and then he drinks coffee on Ekadasi, but he doesn't do anything else outside of that. But even though I know that it is, even logically speaking, it is creating that mode of passion and it is not advancing your own self-goodness, he's not able to accept that. And that's something related to preaching, Prabhu. Basically, I'm not able to preach the actual philosophy, even though it's it's the right thing to do for them.
See, just give Prabhupada books. That's it. Because basically, from other Sampradaya people, it is very difficult to, bring them to track. And it's not required also. When someone is following other Sampradaya, it is not that everybody should come to Madhurya. Not possible, Because everybody is having their own Sarupa Siddhi. Right? Some are destined to go to Vaikuntha. Some are destined to go to Goloka. Right? We are somewhat closer to Goloka. We are following Rupanuga Sampradaya. Right? But all other people, they are in the Dasya Bhav and they are following Ramanujas. So it is not required always. We should try to bring everyone to our Sampradaya. It is not required. Better you preach to the new people. That is much more better. Other than that, if any Ramanujas, if you come across, just give them Prabhupada books. And yeah, of course, that's the best way. Then after reading the book, if you sincerely read, then you can help him. If you don't want to read, then what to do? Right? Of course, you preach, you preach, tell them, did Ramanuja ask you to drink coffee, tea? Ask him. How can you drink coffee, tea? Right? It's intoxicant. You are supposed to be intoxicated to the Madan Mohan. And if you are intoxicated to coffee, how you get intoxicated to Madan Mohan? Right? Why we are giving up this? Because we are intoxicated to wealth, intoxicated to sex, intoxicated to money, intoxicated to so many things. The whole idea is to give up the intoxication for material things and get intoxicated by Krishna. So that's the whole idea of Krishna consciousness, right? But if you are getting intoxicated as a material thing, how they can be, if you are in one conversation is there, and Govinda Dasi and Prabhupada, the conversation is about making tulsi tea, right? So some devotees ask Prabhupada, can we make a tulsi tea? And Prabhupada say, why not? Then devotees, can we boil tulsi? Can we? Prabhupada say yes. And they say, yeah, you can make, and it's a nice drink, you can offer to Krishna and then you can take. Oh, then they say, yeah, in a restaurant, the Tulsi tea is a very big sale. And people likes it very much. And Prabhupada say, wow, that's nice. Then they say that even the devotees prefer to drink the Tulsi tea. They are also very fond of it. Then Prabhupada said, do they drink very often? And then they said, yeah. Then Prabhupada said, then it is intoxication. Then it is intoxication because you are getting addicted to that. Anything that is getting addicted to it is called intoxication. It's not only coffee, tea, or something like that. That you are addicted. I cannot live without this. Means you are addicted. Right? You can take sometime, it's okay, but you cannot be addicted to something. Then it's intoxication. Because if you are addicted to something, then now you can be addicted to Krishna. Yeah. You always preach, no doubt. But we don't need to bring everyone to Prabhupada. It's not required. But of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was trying to preach Venkatabhatta. He was saying that, what is Lakshmi doing? Why she did not come to Rasalila? Okay. Then actually Gopal Bhatta Goswami came to our Sampradaya, is a prominent Acharya. Prabodhananda Saraswati also came from Sampradaya. People will come, but it's not that everybody should come Prabhupada. That's my point. What you preach? You preach boldly, no harm, nothing to lose, right? When you preach other Sampradaya people, what is there to lose? Nothing to lose. So just give the philosophy. They want to take, they can take. If they don't take, they don't take. But better to put your energy in the new people.
Yes, Lord.
It's much more effective and useful.
Got it. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, you have some questions, Varun Prabhu?
No, Prabhu, I got it.
Who is Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
Pranjal, right? Pranjal
No, it's
Prabhu,
me, Prabhu.
always.
It's my phone.
Okay.
Oh, Sami Prabhu. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Pranjal Prabhu, how are you doing? Pranjal Prabhu? You're there? My mom also releasing, she telling I live drinking tea, feel addicted to it. She was listening? Oh, realizing. Okay, realizing. Okay. Yeah, must give up now. No, she can take herbal things. That's good for health. Early morning, some tea is good for health, no doubt about that. But that should be of flowers and then dry ginger or some honey, or you can take different things that's good for health. Sometimes you can take, but not addicted to this. Okay.
Prabhu, last month when I went to ISKCON Chennai, before going to the airport, they were selling something called Haribol coffee. So
Okay.
it's like, I don't know how they make it. But then I just asked them so many times. I'm like, devotee can drink pakka. They said, yeah, you can. I just tasted it. It smells and tastes exactly like coffee. I was surprised how they make all this. But then it's like no caffeine and no coffee. But it's called Haribol coffee.
Nowadays, what they do, they make what is that called? No.
Or decaffeinated.
Chicory, they say it is not intoxicant, and then they take, and that tastes like coffee. Even our temple also they bought from Vrindavan, but I said, no man, just make once or twice, don't take it very often, I told them. Because they also bought that chicory thing from Vrindavan they made, same taste as coffee. But I did not encourage for drinking it very often. Still there or all finished? Chicories.
Maybe they are, I don't know.
Yeah, I think chicory they make. But of course, in temple it is okay, because temple we are preaching now. We are giving some taste for the coffee drinkers, some different ideas. Right? We are telling them how to come out of this coffee drinking habit. So we are giving them ideas, Even if you drink this non-intoxicating coffees every day, it's okay for a new bhakta. So we are talking about the advanced devotees, advancing devotees. You're trying to advance, then you cannot do that. Initial stage, it is okay. Just come out of this. Even I say that the meat eaters, I will say that you take meal maker, I tell them, but I don't take. We don't take meal maker, but I tell them you take meal maker. Just to give that feel of chicken or something, just make meal maker and then you take. Right? That's better than eating chicken. But after some time, then you should give up that also. Because if you think it is a chicken and then eating vegetables, and still it is considered eating meat only. Right? So we
How
cannot do
come?
that.
Because they're eating vegetables, right? How come it's considered to eating meat?
Because your consciousness, right? The whole philosophy is
Okay.
consciousness. In your consciousness, you're enjoying chicken. By mind, you are eating chicken actually. Even though you are eating, of course, it's okay for countries like Philippines and all. The new bhaktas, it is okay, I know. For new bhaktas, it is okay. But for someone who is advancing, then you should give up that gradually.
So,
Clear?
so, so suppose if I want to eat Milky Bar every now and then because I like the taste of Milky Bar, so I offer to Krishna and take, then what should I do?
It's okay for now. It's okay for now, but you should give up it.
Okay.
It's okay for now. So it's
Yes,
not
Prabhu.
wrong or something, but it's okay for now. But you should give up. And that's what I told Karthi. Whatever you eat, it's okay because there's nothing to eat for you in a hostel, right? So much tapasya you're doing, right? So
Yeah,
whatever you eat is actually for basic necessities only. It is not
that's
something
true.
self gratification.
Yeah,
So
actually,
for
even
your
I
sake,
was. Yes, true. Because I found that actually why I was taking this banana chips, of course, organic, everything I offer, why I was taking, I was thinking, because see, I don't like banana, but why I was taking is that because I need some salt content in my body, right? So all the
correct.
things that I'm having, like dates, fruits, nuts, maybe puffed rice, all don't have salt. So then I feel a little bit like, a little bit kind of dizzy or something. So then I found out that I'm liking this banana chips because there's salt. So I'm actually liking salt, not the banana chips. So like that, it was doing it. But yeah, I
It's
will
okay.
reduce food.
It's okay. Basic violence is all right. Everybody has rights to eat their food. Basic violence is accepted, but not more than that.
Yes, so anyway, but
Dhyanandan.
now like ISKCON, I mean, I just spoke with them, so they said they can arrange prashadam. So let's see. Yes, so
Sorry, what is it?
no problem. I just said that some new persons in ISKCON came, so I just told
Hmm.
them, can you arrange prashadam? I'll just come once a day for lunch,
Oh,
and they said, yeah, we can arrange prashadam. So
very good.
yeah,
Very
so
good.
that's the thing.
Very good. Okay, Nityanandan Prabhu. Last week's session we had a discussion about spiritual passion. I wanted to inquire if dedicating and offering a farmland to produce Sri Krishna is considered a spiritual passion. For example, if we have a land now and I can harvest and grow a variety of fruits and vegetables to use the same for preparing prasadam, is this considered a spiritual passion as well? Yeah, yes. But you see, but if you are dedicating something that you have, it is not considered a passion. It is spiritual activity, no doubt about that. It's not passion. Passion means you work hard to get it for Krishna. You're working hard and then you're like we are making this temple, right? And then we are working hard day and night, meditating about that to make a temple for Krishna. Or you work hard, pay money and then buy a land for Krishna and offer to Krishna. That is actually spiritual passion. But whereas whatever property you have and then you're giving to Krishna, that is bhakti. That is devotional service. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhakta pranashyati tadaham bhakti upakritam ashnami priyatatmanaha. So that is actually devotional service. It's not spiritual passion. In a way, it's a goodness actually. It's a goodness. And of course, if you have a plan, please let us know. We are looking for some garden in Pondicherry for our temple. We'll be very glad. I am looking for some 10-acre land quite far from Pondicherry, so that we can upgrade our Goshala. So if you want to have any plan like that, you please donate it. We'll be very glad to accept it.
Yes,
Because
Prabhu,
the
we'll let you
future is
know.
the farmland. Huh?
We'll let you know, Prabhu. Firstly, I have to talk to my father.
You see, the future is farmland, Prabhu. Actually, I was saying devotees also. We must have about 10 acre, 20 acres, as big land as possible. And because we are not keeping for ourselves, we are keeping a reserve for all the fools and rascals, depending on the technology. One day everything will collapse and they'll be standing on the roads. And that time we have to help them, right? You tell them, okay, our farm is there, you come, live with us. Let us be happy, it's just for them. All these rascals, they are destroying everything in the name of technology, and they are so much puffed up with all these things. One day everything will collapse. With this AI technology, everything will collapse very soon, right? Then that time they have no brains also, right? Nowadays generation no brain, because everything, all the intelligence are given to devices. Then we are dumbos, no brains, huh? Right?
Yes,
Like
Prabhu.
lion in the zoo, like once the lion is put back in the forest, it will die. We are all like that now, Prabhu. Our ancestors all very strong. They are masculine, right? They were able to do hard work from morning to night. They are making so many things. But we are the name of so-called developments. We are getting a comfort life, and then our body also become very weak and very soft, no energy. And now with all this technology, our mind also become very weak. Now with this latest technology, intelligence also become very dumb, and everything is smartphone, smart TV, and then smart device, everything smart, so we become full. Just imagine tomorrow everything collapses, and what we can do, Prabhu? Right? That's why people are committing suicide nowadays, right? They're committing suicides because they don't know how to handle the stress. So we need to have some farmlands. Everywhere we should have farmlands. 10-acre land, 15-acre land we should have. Then when the fools are standing on the road, then we have to show the way for them. How to grow food, we have to teach them. So if we have some plan, yeah, it is very nice, we can do that. We can expand our
Okay,
Goma.
Prabhu.
Haribol, Kinibo, Lutibo. See, it's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verse number. Can go to chapter 12, verse number 10, Bhagavad Gita.
Well, could you repeat, Prabhu?
12:10. The purport. You start from there are many devotees.
Oh,
Nityananda, do you want to read?
Yes, Prabhu, I'll read. There are many devotees who are engaged in the propagation
Or
of
one
Krishna
word before
consciousness.
that. One word before that. One should be sympathetic. Yeah.
One should be sympathetic to the propagation of Krishna consciousness. There are many devotees who are engaged in the propagation of Krishna consciousness, and they require help. So even if one cannot directly practice the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, he can try to help such work. Every endeavor requires land, capital, organization, and labor. Just as in business, one requires a place to stay, some capital to use, some labor, and some organization to expand. So the same is required in the service of Krishna. The only difference is that in materialism, one works for sense gratification. The same work, however, can be performed for the satisfaction of Krishna, and that is spiritual activity. If one has sufficient money, he can help in building an office or temple for propagating Krishna consciousness, or he can help with publications. There are various fields of activity, and one should be interested in such activities. If one cannot sacrifice the result of his activities, Prabhu, can you scroll down?
What happened?
I've reached the last line here.
Finished?
If one no, Prabhu, not yet. There are various fields of activity, and one should be interested in such activities. If one cannot sacrifice the results of his activities, the same person can still sacrifice some percentage to propagate Krishna consciousness. This voluntary service to cause of Krishna consciousness will help one to rise to a higher state of love for God, whereupon one becomes perfect.
See here, so this is what Prabhupada is explaining here about this.
Prabhu, I have one more doubt regarding this. Now, if I win a lottery of 50,000 and if I dedicate the entire thing, like lottery is gambling, right? So if I get money through the means of gambling and I dedicate it to Krishna conscious activities, is that
First of all, why you buy lottery? If you get something, of course you can offer to Krishna. First of all, why you do that?
Okay, understood, Prabhu.
What if it is for the purpose of giving them? That's why.
What is the guarantee that you will get it? You will win.
Some people would argue that I'm not the one gambling. I'm just choosing a number, and they are doing the gambling. Whatever comes out, if I win, it's okay. If I don't win, it's okay. They'll say like that.
No, but you are the one going through the anxiety now. I will get or I will not get. The gambling is bad because it always put you in anxiety. You're always stressed and worried about that, In your gambling means you cannot think of Krishna. Always think of numbers. Right? So that's why we cannot do that. Once I ask in the initial stage of my devotional life service, I asked question to Sri Sundar Gopal Prabhu. Prabhu, if someone say that they will give you $10 million if you eat meat, will you eat or not? I said that, that for 10 million you can use for building a temple. The 10 million, you can just eat meat once and take $10 million and Prabhu said, no, I cannot do that because I committed to my guru that I will not eat meat. I cannot do this. I was asking this crazy question to him. You cannot do that. First of all, you cannot. Of course, if you win something, you give to Krishna, that's okay. But you possess something, then you can give Krishna. Give up this idea. Don't do this.
Okay. Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah, you come temple sometime, no? You are only in Chennai. Why don't you come?
Yes, sir. Yeah, me and my brother will come shortly.
Okay, if your brother means he cannot come because every month the postpone is planned. Then he will give a new date by March. He will say March.
No, bro, we are supposed to come right now. Change in plans. We have to go somewhere else.
Just take a bus. Within 6 hours, you'll be in Pondicherry. For that, you are making so many months.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Just take a bus and sit inside within 6 or 1 hours, or you'll be in Pondicherry. As if you are planning as you're going from Singapore or America or something. Just pick up some weekend and come here. No, why are you delaying? Okay. Okay, so anything else? Actually, I got a guest here from very interesting. Actually, he is actually architect, devotee architect. I was looking for someone like this for many years. About 2-3 years, I was looking for someone. He's a devotee and architect. He's one of the main architect in that Mayapur Vedic Planetarium, TOVP. And also he has made designs for many ISKCON temples and Govardhan Eco Village and so many things he has done. So he just came here and then he saw the temple and then he said, wow, very beautiful, He said that it's a massive temple you're making and he's very much impressed about this project. He said that he's going Kerala now and he will come after that. He will stay 1 week here and then he will go through our plans and then suggest a better plan. And then he will make the drawing for us and all. He said like that. As Krishna's arrangement, as Manu Prabhu says. Right time, I'm just thinking how to do the interior design for the temples. So Krishna is sending the person. So that's why I was attending him. That's why I could not be here with you today. Free ball. Who is Bapuni?
It's me, Prabhu. My phone switched off. Didn't switch off, but there's no
No,
charge.
no.
Yes, Prabhu.
So when you're coming here, how is your? When you're
Prabhu,
coming?
hopefully in March, Prabhu. I hope everything, no, by then it's done. I'll shift my mother and come back to the temple.
Don't forget, invite me for your marriage, Prabhu. Huh?
I won't marry, Prabhu. I'll go to the temple and stay there.
If you say so, if you stay so long, means finish.
No, Prabhu. I actually miss being there.
Okay. Prabhu, last doubt is Vidhi Marga means Vaidhi Bhakti. And Prabhu Raganaga means Raga Marga means Raganaga Bhakti. Can we say like, yeah, correct. That's true. Vaidhi Bhakti and Vidhi Bhakti are same. Vidhi means rules. They go by rules and regulations. Raganaga means, they are raga, they have taste. Once you got taste, the Vidhi is not required. Right? There is no rules and regulations for someone who has reached the Raga platform. When you have not reached Raga platform, then you have to follow Vidhi, rules and regulations. That's the initial stage of devotional service. Okay.
So I had one last question. Important actually. It's based on a conversation I had between Jordan Prabhu and Sudhir Kiran Prabhu. So basically, Jordan Prabhu had asked actually. I think you can still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Jordan Prabhu just asked, are we allowed to have honey? Chickpeas was clear, but mainly his question was if he was allowed to have honey on Ekadashi. Okay, so I said that neither can be had on Ekadashi.
Also, one more interesting question is there on top. We also allowed to brush teeth. Wow. Okay.
Actually, I quoted from Padma Puran, Ekadashi Mahatmya chapter that on Ekadashi, instead of brushing teeth, we should gargle our mouths with water 12 consecutive times.
Yeah, there are some devotees, they don't put soap to the body on Ekadasi, they don't put, of course, oil we don't put also. Like, but the basic idea is to reduce the body necessities. But if you don't brush and then you go and stand for book distribution, nobody will buy book from you. Right?
Yeah, that's why
And
we have to gargle with
the mouth will sting very badly, right? Better you brush and go.
Yes, no, but I think that there might be an Ayurvedic science to it also. Like if you gargle 12 times in a row, then I think it has the same effect as brushing the teeth.
No need all these rules. Just go book distribution. There's Ekadashi day, go and sell books. And that's enough. No need to worry about all this. Prabhupada has given us what we should do. Just do that. Because some devotees also argue that we cannot take tomatoes on Ekadashi day. We cannot take this. We cannot take that. So many rules are there.
Yes,
just follow.
Yeah, but in particular honey, because honey was actually not addressed actually in Tattva Prabhu's Ekadashi lecture. So I was wondering, so because Prabhu said that, Subal Prabhu said we can have honey on Ekadashi day, and he asked if I have any evidence saying honey shouldn't be taken. And I actually said, yes, I do. Of course, before I just told him that I said it for two reasons, that honey was never addressed in the Ekadashi lecture. So I thought better safe than sorry. And the majority of links for a simple Google search actually revealed that honey cannot be taken on Ekadashi. And I'm not sure why. But I told him I've actually found some information from scripture that honey cannot be taken. So I said that in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, chapter 13, verse 14, it says, Kansyam masam masuram cha kshaudram chandrita bhashanam punar bhojanamayasam dasham yam parivarjayet. So I just said that honey, kshaudram, is referenced here as an item to be strictly avoided, parivarjayet. Because in the Veda base, we check that Shaudra means wild honey and Varjayat means one should give up. Now, the above verse here says it is forbidden only for Dashami because it says Dashamyam, right? Only. But taking also the following verse into account, which the above verse is citing, I think it is safe to say that it is best not to take honey on Ekadashi also. So on the 10th day, Dashami, he should avoid eating flesh, salt, meat, pulses, big beans, so also vegetables. On the 10th, he should avoid eating twice the food of another man, spirituous liquors, sexual union. So also taking food from, so blah, 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 all these things are going on. just those articles which are prohibited on the 10th are also undoubtedly prohibited on the 12th. So because honey is prohibited on Dashami, then it is also prohibited on the 12th. And because obviously Ekadashi lies between the 2 days, we can conclude that it is also not allowed on Ekadashi. This was my understanding. This is why I brought this up. So
But they didn't say 11 what? Now you can add 11 along with this.
because in Dashami is more like partial fasting. That's why. So I actually shared this verse here saying that I am telling you in brief the manner of observing the Ekadashi vow. O best one of Jaimani, being of with an attentive mind, listen to it. Having gotten up in the morning on the 10th day, a man should brush his teeth and then he should bathe without smearing his body with oil. So in Dashami also all the rules are there, and also on the 12th. That's why I said, because you know, a devotee of Vishnu desiring proper fruit of his vow should not eat at night on the 10th, so also on the 12th. Therefore, he who observes a vow, having quickly eaten food proper for a fast, should, in the manner, brush his teeth in the afternoon of the 10th.
Even
Like,
some devotees they are fasting on Dwadasi also.
yeah.
Not exactly like Ekadasi, there are some rules for fasting Dwadasi also. There are
Yes,
so many things, Prabhu, that I think let us not read all this, because it will simply confuse us.
Okay, bro.
Just follow what Prabhupada give us, that's okay.
Okay, so honey good, honey bad for Ekadashi.
Yeah, it's fine, no problem. Just Prabhupada approved, just we go ahead. Like what about that all these kuttu flour and all those things?
I don't know, bro. I haven't heard of
I
it.
also don't know, but I'm eating. Understand? I also don't know it's okay or not. Still, I don't know.
So just keep it simple. No beans, as long as there's no beans and no grains is okay.
Prabhupada say, if you distribute my book, you can eat anything.
Oh, remote.
Understand? It's not about Ekadasi day. It's about other day. It's about actually one devotee was asking about some Sankirtan devotees. See, the Sankirtan devotees, I'm telling to Prabhupada, the Sankirtan devotees, they are always out of the temple. They are not coming temple, they are coming temple only twice or thrice in a month. They're always traveling and I don't know what they're eating. Like they're eating outside and all those things, which is not prasadam sometime. And they're eating without onion garlic from a vegetarian shop and so many things they're eating. And then they'll be contaminated, and the Prabhupada say, if you distribute my books, you can eat anything, Prabhupada said.
Because yesterday was Ekadashi for me, and I had a guest over, and I was preaching, and I also distributed one Bhagavad Gita and one Science of Self-Realization to her. She donated so 13 euros for Bhagavad Gita, 7 euro for Science of Self-Realization. That day, so I ate something, so I think I'm safe, right, Prabhu?
No, what Prabhupada is saying is that if you keep yourself busy with preaching, then nothing can contaminate you. That's the point. It's not that, okay, I eat one book, I read, I gave one Bhagavad Gita, I can eat one puri here. It's not like that, okay? because why all these rules and regulations? Because by doing all this sense gratification, we will get contaminated ourselves. But when we are actually preaching and busy with spiritual activities, and the contamination will go away. Likewise, that's why the pure devotees and that they don't really care about so much rules and regulations and all, because nothing can disturb them, right? So that is why, if we are, the whole idea is actually how to keep oneself very busy in preaching activities. That's the whole idea. Because what can be more purification than this? Because all these things are karma kandas. All these things that we are reading, they are all karma kanda sessions. Don't do this, don't do this, do this. They're all karma kanda sessions. They don't really help much. They help very little actually. They cannot help as much as the holy name and devotional service. So if you are very busy in Ekadasi day and distributing books and reading philosophy and talking about Krishna and reading things, and then you are doing some devotional service, and actually you won't be contaminated. Whereas other way, if you are following all these rules and regulations and everything, but if you are not preaching, you will be contaminated for sure.
Yes,
because we are not karma kandis, we are not actually following Ekadasi for getting some benefit. Because all these Ekadasi, there are so many benefits.
Yes, Prabhu.
But all these are meant for getting these benefits. But we are not doing Ekadasi to get all these benefits. Because first of all, I don't even know the story of every Ekadasi. I don't even care. I don't care what the story for every Ekadasi. Why I should care about the story?
Yes.
It can be only one benefit of glorifying Krishna. That's it. In that context, we can hear the stories. Not in the context of hearing about what is the benefit of fasting for this vrata. We really don't care. We are fasting an Ekadasi because it is very dear to Krishna. And how to fast for Ekadasi? Prabhupada says, no grains, no beans. That's it. That is enough.
Okay.
Correct. So it's fine, and of course, we don't eat anything which is not offered to Krishna. Like even if you're taking the honey, it's offered to Krishna and we're taking. And it is not very much contaminating. Yeah, paneer you can take, no problem.
Yeah, paneer is cheese. No?
No, he's asking question. Paneer you can take. Paneer, cheese, curd,
Oh, yes.
yogurt and milk, buttermilk, pepper, all you can take. Just make it very simple, Prabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, right, balavana podite. Don't read too much, By reading too many things, you get confused. If you read too many things, you get confused. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Green beans, you cannot take green beans. That is grain. Green beans you cannot. Green peas you cannot take. It is grain, you cannot take that.
So why do you consider again? Because from this seed, one new tree will grow. That's why you consider green pea.
No. Everything also new thing grows.
That's why I'm asking.
That's why it's not. Navadanya is there.
Yes, bro.
There are Navadanya, nine type of grains. The 9 type of grains you cannot take. The rice and then the dals and then Navadanya, corn and then mustard, sesame and Navadanyas are there. You cannot take that. Yeah, peas varieties and all.
Like this reminds me of this one Ishkan devotee. While they were cooking this Ekadashi preparation for like 500 people, one devotee, he was told to watch this one pot, so it doesn't burn. And then this devotee is like, okay, I think this pot should have some peas because peas is not a grain. So he put that peas in the pot, and then the Prabhu came back. He's like, "Oh, Prabhu, how we gonna serve this? It has all the peas." And he's like, "No, Prabhu, it's a pea. It's not bean. It's pea." And so they had to serve it, Prabhu. And then once they served it, they said, "Okay, you have to pick out all the peas, and then you save it, and we eat that for tomorrow for breaking fast."
How to pick up? Come on. Sometimes the new devotees are dangerous. You have to always watch them what they're doing. Heart attack they give sometimes.
Prabhu, I have.
Oh, Manu Prabhu's birthday. Really? Very bol. Happy Krishna conscious birthday. Sorry, I did not fast today. I'm sorry about it.
No. My birthday is seeing you, Prabhu, and being here, so that's all I need.
Oh, you are number 8, huh? Number 8 are very actually stubborn people, That's good for. That's a good for brahmacharis. Brahmachari should be number 8. Your Rajakishore Prabhu is number 8,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He is number 8 also. Two eights are together.
Oh, okay.
Number 8s are naturally some stubborn people.
Wow.
Like, very good. Actually, that's good for. Of course, if you use the stubbornness for good thing, it is actually very much benefiting. It's good actually. Happy Krishna conscious birthday.
I just actually have to ask a question: how to apply this stubbornness in Krishna consciousness?
Be stubborn. Be stubborn to disobey the mind. Be stubborn to not to give up devotional service at any cost. Be stubborn with your brahmacharya. Be stubborn in non-compromising spiritual standards. That's it. Clear.
Very clear.
Number eight is not good for women because yeah, number no. I didn't say that way. What I'm saying is not that way. What I'm saying is that women taking birth in number eight is not good. I'm saying
Oh,
because
Is it like date or month?
sorry,
Is it date or month?
no date.
Oh, okay.
Because don't ask me some philosophy. Just these are not actually authorized. That's okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
These are all. I cannot quote the sloka for it. Just some random
Yes,
thing
Prabhu.
that I heard from other things. It's the numerology. Number eight is actually the characteristics of eight. They are quite. The willpower is more for them, but women having number eight is very very bad because when women cannot be stubborn. When the woman is stubborn means very dangerous. So that is
I've seen much of that, Prabhu, and I don't want it.
good. Anyway, happy Krishna conscious birthday. May Lord Krishna bless you with your devotional service. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, and make many more brahmacharis.
Yes. That's what I want, Prabhu. More
Hari Bol.
brahmacharis mean more prasadam distribution. That's what I want.
Yes.
Wow.
Very well.
Oh, Prabhu, did you see the was it foretelling the picture I made, Prabhu?
I didn't see.
Same Prabhu. Show him. This is the foretelling.
Oh, I can share. You need to give Luvesh, Prabhu.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
On Telegram.
Luvesh, Prabhu, I'm sharing it.
Puri, correct. வீட்டில் ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. One minute, take some puri. Go, take prasadam. No prasadam in the house.
Yeah. I just sent to Luvesh, Prabhu.
Yes, bro.
So this is a foreshadowing of what's going to happen in the Philippines.
Did you get it?
Yeah, Prabhu, I already got it. I was just sharing.
ISKM Philippines Rath Yatra. Oh, really doing? Rath Yatra doing?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
When you're doing?
Yeah, we're going to be doing it. Rajageshapu, he has a plan, but yes, he wants to do it.
I was in Philippines for last Rath Yatra. Only one Rath Yatra happened in Philippines. I was there.
Let's Prabhu zoom to the devotee.
Yeah, can you see some of the devotees, bro?
Really? I can see this is Sri Prabhu.
Yeah.
With the spectacles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, devotees also. There are three people with the spectacles.
This is Vishwambar Prabhu.
Vishwambar Prabhu. Oh, okay.
And this is you, Prabhu.
Vishwambar Prabhu is on the right.
Huh?
Yeah, that's Prahlad Prabhu.
Where? Which one?
Prabhu,
you're next to Tattvavit Prabhu.
Thanks for drawing me very thin.
No.
Haribo.
That photo is better than me. Yes, so thin. Okay.
I think it's Tattvavit Prabhu, right?
Haribo. And then where is Tattvavit Prabhu?
He's on your right side.
Hey, he's same as me. He's thinner than me. Okay. Haribo.
I thought this is Mahaprabhu Prabhu.
Oh, Mahaprabhu. Okay. Kalakuta.
No. The pink one is Vishwambar.
Yeah, this Vishwambar Prabhu. The other one is Mahaprabhu. Then there is Nimanitai Prabhu
First
and his son.
perspective. Okay.
Very nice.
Oh, it took so much time to think about all this. Where is Vijay Prabhu?
Virgin Kishore Prabhu, he's right next to Sundar Gopal Prabhu. He's in purple.
Where is Sundar Gopal Prabhu?
He's the one holding
Next to Vijay
Prabhupada.
Prabhu.
Yes, he's really young looking.
Where?
So,
Oh, this
Sundar
is-
Gopal Prabhu is the one holding the picture.
Oh, okay. And then Vijay Prabhu?
And Virgin Kishore Prabhu, he's purple. He's wearing purple.
Okay.
He's the tallest one.
Okay. Very cool. Nice. Where are you?
Where am I? I'm like all the way at the top, like with the little black bun. No,
Sorry?
no. Prabhu, you're going too far. Yeah, I'm right next to Jagannath in the red shirt.
Oh. Okay. Good.
Made the Russian devotees also. The one with the, I think that's Rajanandan Prabhu with the slight 5 o'clock. And then the next one is Dina Krishna Prabhu. And the other two, I tried to make the Australian devotees, but it was not so good.
Oh.
Where is Sham going through?
Sham Govinda Prabhu, I was okay, hold on.
He did not come?
He had some services, Prabhu. I made Keshav Krishna Prabhu all the way to the left. Yeah,
Is this invitation card, Prabhu?
So whoever is in the whoever is here, they are allowed for Radha. Others are not allowed. Okay. Tell them. Tarangini not there, right? Tarangini not there, right?
Wait. I tried to make Pavaneshwar, Prabhu.
No, still no, because then flight tickets I don't need to book. Save my money. Better don't draw any Pondicherry devotees.
So you are devotees.
They'll ask me for money.
Prabhu, I'll just draw some money in there, Prabhu. I'll do that, Prabhu.
Mataji is an equal number as Prabhus. Come on, there are so many brahmacharis standing there.
I try to do. Like the one, the first one with pink and red, that's what Kunti Mataji from Singapore.
Okay.
And then the next one is Radhika Mataji in blue. Green is Manjukesh Mataji. And the rest one, I just trying to guess.
Okay.
They're like filler. I don't know.
Okay. Good. Very good. When is Satyatra?
I have to ask Rajika Prabhu. It's top secret.
Okay. Very nice. Good. Okay then. So if nothing else, we can stop.
I just have one final message, Prabhu, for all the devotees, who are asking all these things on Ekadashi. I just have a message for them from His Grace Prabhu. So Prabhu said that, and coming to the final part, which is actually quite lengthy, and then he goes on to say some things, and then he continues. He says that this is about the food, what we should and should not eat on Ekadashi, because after all, this is what devotees actually want to know. But actually, we should also know that Ekadashi is not about what we cannot eat and what we should not eat. Oh, am I eating something forbidden? It's not about eating at all. Laughter. If we are always concentrating on what to eat and what not to eat, then we have missed the total point of Ekadashi, which is to actually engage in devotion service of Krishna. That's my message I want to share, Prabhu.
I think we told a similar thing, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
The whole thing is consciousness, right? If you think about the food means, this one I can eat, that one I can eat means you're thinking about eating only.
Yes, true.
Quickly eat whatever is available, then go for preaching now. Finish. Every day also better like that way. I mean, for example, you're going for prasadam and prasadam is not there, and then that will reveal yourself to you. If you're getting angry and you're complaining, Prabhu, prasadam is not there, I'm leaving the temple. Some devotee said, Prabhu, I'm leaving. No prasadam here, I'm leaving. So that shows the real your position. Prasadam is not there. Oh, today Krishna did not give food for me. That's it. That should be the mindset. So should not be too much. Of course, not for others. If no prasadam is there for other devotees, then you should be worried about that. Then you should go and cook for them, and then keep the prasadam for them. That's for you. It is not there. Just ignore and go. For others, it is not there. You have to go. But what we do other way. Only one person. Okay, let me eat first before other comes. Right? That is not good actually. Yeah, good. Actually, yeah, the whole thing is about the consciousness. The whole day you have to be busy in serving Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. Okay, good. Thank you very much. I'm eagerly waiting to see Siddharth Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu in Pondicherry.
I'll be getting
Yes,
Venu
Prabhu.
Prabhu as well, Prabhu.
Haribo.
I just
Very
spoke
good.
to him.
Haribo.
And me
Yeah.
also. Don't forget about me. Coming also this year. I'm coming for 3 weeks, Prabhu. This time, not 2 weeks.
Only 3 weeks. When you're coming?
Initially it was 1.5 weeks, Prabhu, but then I increased to 2 weeks and then I increased to 3 weeks.
No, but you're coming from all the way. Then why only 3 weeks? You stay longer now.
I just want to get just a touch my toe in it. Just once. It goes low.
Just to purify the Bharat and going, is it? Just touch your toes. Just give a spiritual party to India and then you're going.
No, bro, I come. I'll see if I can come for 2 weeks also. Maybe 4 weeks also.
If you could, Prabhu, 6 months will be like minimum.
Yes, 6 months definitely for sure is minimum. Just that I have my semester break is I think 3 months long. So maybe I can try for 2 months maybe.
You just say you have COVID, Prabhu.
When you're coming?
So basically, I've heard that Rath Yatra will take place somewhere around June or July. So I'm thinking maybe August. I can come.
Good.
Interfere with the Rath Yatra preparations. Maybe you might not be there during Rath Yatra, so I thought maybe August I think is a good time. Or July.
The Yatra, I'll be in Singapore. I'll go Singapore mostly. I don't know if Jagannath calls me. I'll go Jagannath Rath Yatra, Singapore. And then I'll come back and start the work for Janmashtami here. Yeah, he says it's time to come for 2-3 months. Then you stay here and then, then you can learn something.
Yes, Prabhu.
Then you can also go Singapore, not very far.
Yes, Prabhu. I don't know, bro. I don't want to, I don't want to interfere with the funds of the temple. I don't know if I don't know if I'm allowed to come to Singapore. I don't know if the temple has the funds for that also.
Otherwise, what do? You just go Singapore Rath Yatra, and from Singapore you come Pondicherry. Then you stay here 3 months. Then you can go back.
Okay, I'll see if it works with my timetable.
Singapore Rath Yatra, the new Rath this year, and the Raths are getting made in Pondicherry.
Oh, Haribol.
Yeah, we're making the chariot and sending to Singapore.
Nice.
3 new chariots under making. And yeah, we are getting a van. Actually, Srikant Prabhu is also sponsoring like a big part of it. You all saw the photos, right? All of you saw?
Yes, Prabhu, we saw. It was very nice. So many big
Yes, Prabhu. It looked very nice.
Yeah, we are getting this van, so. And we have to learn. Our devotees all must learn the driving now. What about your driving class, Varun?
Prabhu, I went there and they said they'll teach for 15 days. So
Yeah.
right now I was busy in this selling the land thing. But I'll learn it in February, I think, because I'll be going to Kolkata and I'll be back and learn it.
Yeah, I tried to learn before you come here.
Yes, Prabhu, definitely. I'll learn anyhow.
Get license and come with license.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay then. So we stop here. So thank you so much for everyone who has come. Thank you for all the devotees. See you next week.
Thank you,
Yes,
Thank you
Prabhu.
so much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, stay
Krishna
blessed and
Prabhu.
blessed.
Vatsavishakam Vandivishak Dita Pavani
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
I don't know what is Karthi Prabhu's going to write tomorrow exam.
No, Prabhu, I'm studying only, Prabhu.
You're studying. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what all the devotees are
You're
speaking.
seeing for a long time, for the 2 years, 2 hours at least.
No, I come and go, Prabhu.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Anyway, Hare Krishna, Jai Prabhupada, Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Krishna Prabhupada. Hari Bol.
Oh, so no one can cut it. Sanjal Prabhu, do some hacking.